Man,
I hate this.
What are you doing with your little leg there, buddy?
he's stretching.
I'm stretching my leg.
He's showing it
Is
off.
there a fucking problem, Jacko?
It seems like a very interesting
you
angle.
can't show your feet on Twitch. You'll get fucking banned.
I don't feel like that, yeah.
You
Can't show anything, huh?
You can't do that. You can't. All right,
God damn.
take it away, because I've had enough of our talk. I don't want to talk to you
So last
fuckers
week,
anymore.
we continued or finished the fight with the
Ender.
Predator.
The Ender.
And they're
Yeah, that was basically you started the session.
Yeah, that's the recap. We
in
did
combat.
Some people almost died.
Finished the session.
I was
after
net.
combat. Well, you did a bit of
was fine.
investigating Nathan after
Yeah,
combat.
yeah,
Oh,
And,
yeah.
looted
Were
a
you still
few
invisible?
things. Gathered a few items.
Yep, including a rifle that I don't know fully how to use.
Do we
Don't
have
put it in
ammo?
me.
But are doubtless intending to get to grips with at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So, is there anything else that you guys want to resolve while we're still here in this area of forest with the body? What are we doing with the body, out of interest?
Yeah, well, what are we doing with this asset?
It's a
Me
You
grinder.
need to
Come
study
on,
it?
how do you not?
Well, I wasn't sure if he needed us to like study. If he was like, he was.
Oh yeah, there was the last thing that I only remember to tell you guys, or to mention after the session in the chat, was the last thing that you had looted, or you discovered on the body of the android was a sort of a neatly folded package of ingredients, including a philosopher's stone. That
Right.
you identified as like, you know, the sort of handy dandy, shove this into the philosopher's extractor and watch it.
Kill everyone in a 20-mile radius or something.
You said that if I wanted to like reprogram, it would be like years, and even then, it's not sure that it would work, right?
Definitely.
If you wanted to what? Sorry.
If I wanted to reprogram it, that would be like years, and even then, like maybe not work. Like it's extreme long shot.
Yeah, it's been pretty badly mangled.
Okay.
You don't really have some of like what you think the manufacturing techniques to put parts of this back together. Like,
Sure.
yeah, like if it had been taken alive, you would have had a chance. In this state, you don't really.
we've ruined it.
What if I want to take, you know, the control unit and maybe over the course of weeks, like see its memories or whatever, you know, just like go through that with the blueprint and everything.
Grab the hard drive.
Yeah, grab the hard drives,
Use the word control.
go through the logs.
You don't really. Problem is, what you lack is a way for it to output. You think if you took the head, you might be able to get it running at a very low level that would allow you to like pose questions of it and get answers back.
Okay.
What if we use its ocular lenses as like a screen?
To like show what it had seen. No.
Yeah.
In fact,
Come on,
it
Jacko,
worked
you crazy
literally
guy.
the opposite way.
beep twice per
Crazy
year.
idea.
Why is it
You
sensor
know,
units
reverse
not
engineer
out?
some
for
wires,
screens,
you know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can get this thing running again, so maybe that's for the best. But
Well, look, either way, this thing is giving me the heebie-jeebies. I don't want anyone to find it.
No, I want to properly get rid of this. I don't have to. We can.
I think that would be for the best.
I'll keep a few interesting bits, but let's dispose of the rest.
Alright, can we... How do we do that? I guess it won't burn, right?
I mean, we have that the meat grinder, right? Can it not eat it?
I don't know. I never fed it anything metal.
I mean, we definitely have.
I don't think
you-
we should drink
I mean,
it, but
you
at
did
least
those
it'll
guys
be
with the hooked
recognizable.
arms and
Oh yeah,
like
that's
they
true.
were like you absolutely fed it metal.
Yeah, you might well chuck it in, I guess. It wouldn't damage the machine, right?
No, the machine is pretty difficult to destroy. I'm not gonna drink it though. I don't recommend you do either.
Yeah, I thought you recommended I drink the Demon Lord.
Yeah, the demon already done travel through time though. I don't know what they're gonna do with their
You
brain.
know, I feel more
that's
comfortable
true, I
drinking
guess.
this one than I would drinking, I don't know, that golem.
But
That
you
you
reckon-
drank earlier?
You drank some vile stuff.
Yeah, but no way, you saying something about it being like through time or whatever might like what make it have.
I mean, what if you drink
Please,
it and
man.
you just pop in 30 years back suddenly?
Man, that'd be pretty good.
Well.
30 years ago, I could. Man, that's some shit to say to me.
Alright,
I mean, I'm not gonna stop you, but I wouldn't recommend.
Wait,
Okay, I mean, I'll trust you on this one. You're the chef.
What's,
well,
would you?
the thing has some nifty abilities.
Going back 30 years actually sounds pretty fucking baller. Maybe you can help
Oh, that's
prevent the invasion entirely.
Yeah, that's true. But like, this guy couldn't just do that, right? Oh, could he? Like, surely if they could go back, they would have gone back earlier and killed us earlier, right?
Well, they thought they did, remember?
Yeah, but then when they realized they didn't, couldn't they have just gone back again and done it?
Potentially. Again, what we learned is like the material that's made out of is like
I was gonna look
entire
at
countries
Oh,
worth of that metal, right?
I was gonna
Was
look
it
at
adamantine? Is that what it was, Chris?
What was?
What she's made out of the metal?
I don't think it's adamantine.
No, she's made out of more like
Nanites
advanced,
and
but
shit.
less like less specifically.
That specific type of metal that we're familiar with.
Yeah, no, but also less specifically.
Okay.
Like, yeah, there's certain small quantities of things that are required, but it's not like the main frame or like.
I remember there was something.
You're seeing
Yeah,
the
no,
grey one,
they're
you're seeing
right.
the
It's
grey
like it's the equivalent of like the lithium for the batteries and the rare earth magnets and stuff that you would need for like motors and so it's there's certain elements
That's what you
of
need
this
to make
thing
a natural weapon.
that are extraordinarily like required in small amounts, but even so are extraordinarily like rare. Hard to produce, but it's not like the stuff that makes up the skin, the stuff that makes up the bones, the stuff that makes up the muscle. That's like actually relatively mundane, and a lot of it is even like not entirely. So it's either similar to or some mechanical analog of what sort of typical humanoids have.
Okay. Yeah. I just think it sounded like, from what Asic told us and what he understands of it, these are quite difficult to make.
Sure.
That's certainly true.
And maybe it's it's like a one-way trip, right? So you send the machine back to try to kill it.
Yeah, sure, but then if I ate it, I wouldn't be able to go in time then, right? But he can't actually do that, or she, although he's sure. It.
Yeah, you can just like go invisible and.
I mean, that's useful, but I like it.
Well, yeah, but who ended up taking that silhouette cloak?
No, I didn't take
I don't
shit.
think anybody.
I don't even
Because
remember
I think
what
it
had.
actually makes more sense because it gives the resistance 20 to all.
It gives us a 20 though. What the fuck?
What?
What?
Yeah, you can activate one interact. Oh, it's a 1 minute interact, but then again, you gain resistance 20 to all
For a
damage
minute?
and force damage.
What the fuck? That's insane.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah,
I didn't even know it had that.
I think that's good for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, and then land and climb speeds.
What's it called? A silhouette cloak?
Yeah, it's like if you go scroll up, it's like one of the last things that Chris typed before the session today.
Damn, resistance 14 is not magical. Though.
Is it a real thing, Chris, or do you make it up?
I don't know. It looks.
Oh no, it's a real thing.
It
came out in Grand Bazaar. No one had heard of this. Only cost 77 gold, baby.
So cheap.
Gives you stealth. Inform you are unable. All damage. Damage from strength. You can't use actions except for climb, step, or stride actions. Okay. Useless. To me.
Can't use actions other than that?
No, it's like, I become, I don't know,
okay.
a ghost.
Yeah, like the misstep or whatever.
But we all agree. I'm keeping the head, and we fit.
Yeah, sure. You take what you want. Wait, what did you want?
If no one wants
Put the rest in machine, yeah, I guess.
Someone who's scouting usually, right? Probably.
Yeah, I mean.
But
I mean,
either
if I'm
Moonsong or
scouting, I
Gormak,
just do
think.
greater invisibility, which is technically better.
All right, Moonsong then.
Yeah.
Sure. It looks great on you as well.
Sure.
What does your weapon look like? Is it back? It's like changes, right? What is it right now? I need
My
something
weapon?
to chop the head off. Can
Oh no,
you
it's
make the
always
head?
a great sword now. It's always a great sword.
Yeah, you
No
remove
more,
the
no
shit.
more changing.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That's,
I can take off that head.
that's
pretty-
head chop on
I
it.
can take your head off pretty good with it. I don't need an axe for that. Don't you worry about it.
Oh, God.
Like kind of line it up like over like the neck, where like the wires are like jangling off, and I try to make a greenish break with the head, Chris. I guess.
For more experience in this and a cartoon.
So are you putting it, or are you not putting it through the meat grinder?
I'm keeping the head and then grinding the rest.
Okay.
Then you have to grind how much of it?
Substantial portion.
The process is not. Even though you have even put metallic things through here before, and as far as you can tell, this is powerful magic that only really differentiates between things. I guess as long as it's like atomic based matter, it seems okay with it. So put something else in, it might get weird, but otherwise it seems okay with that. Honestly, I even handle antimatter okay. Just don't get like any strange like some sort of weird things. Other energy densities or levels or whatever, but it's nevertheless struggles. It has a sort of like a printer with paper that's just like too thick. It kind of it deals with it, but the net result you get out looks nothing really like anything that's come out of this before that you've done this with. It's a sort of a very active sort of swirly grey liquid, like kind of constantly churning mercury.
So you're saying bad idea to drink it?
I wouldn't.
All you can guarantee is that the result of drinking this would be dramatic. You cannot say.
It's kind of self-quenching though.
You cannot say anything beyond the word
this
dramatic.
is in case of emergency break glass.
Yeah. Keep it in your bag. I guess keep it in your bag,
Speaking of, you were saying that this robot had plans to destroy our little potion machine.
I don't know. It had all the ingredients needed to feed to it. It would cause it to jam and explode, I think.
I knew specifically, like, this is a nifty little device, but why would they want to go through such lengths? Is it
I think that's supposed to be connected to whatever ASIC invents or creates that scared them enough to literally build a machine that can go back in time.
Yeah,
which means we should protect
that machine are connected.
Yeah, maybe you should start figuring out what you want to make with us.
Man, I haven't used it for much more than.
No great ideas.
They've been using it as a blender for the last 3 weeks.
He uses it in the morning, right, to help him make a.
Yeah, you're like sugar potions from that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess what we just let's hope you have a brainwave and sing something cool.
I'm sorry, what? Brainwave?
Let's hope you have a brain. Yeah, it's like when you're surfing. And you think, man, this is rad. No, you gotta think of something and be like, man, this is rad.
I think you have to explain what surfing is.
Oh, you never been?
There before, but we hit the ocean.
Again, ASIC saw an ocean for the first time.
Oh, it's like, did you see the waves? I forget.
Oh wait, they were terrifying.
Yeah, well, you can get a bit of wood and balance on it and
like
go,
a boat.
whoa. No, like a flat bit, but rounded at the top. Yeah. And then you can stand.
Oh, like when you slide down rock slides down on the ground.
Exactly, or sledge, or snowboarding. I don't know if you're
familiar.
Rockboarding. But anyway, they call it a brainwave because when you're on the wave, your brain's like, man, this is fucking dope. And then now when you have a good idea, you're like, man, that's fucking dope.
Okay.
I think in another life back, he could have been a surfer.
Oh yeah.
I can make you some.
He would have been.
I think
had it not been for the Dominion.
Yeah. A bit of a surfer, bro.
If you say so.
Has anyone contacted Greybird?
Oh yeah, this is good news, I guess. It's pretty we can't have we can't all go in at once and let them know.
Problem is, did we?
I guess while everyone else was talking, all of this reached out to Greybird, kind of.
I think we
the Ender.
Yeah, we mentioned there was somebody coming back in time, and she was like, yeah. I don't think she was like, well,
she was confused.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess let her know that's no worries. We can all basically. Could we do a conference call, where if we all contacted at once, we're in a group call?
Connector.
Those of you who are able to.
Skype.
Yeah, I mean it's a few of us, right? Yeah.
Can we overwhelm her brain by?
No, her brain's real strong like that. Her brain's real strong.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess we all hop on the call. Kind of look to the others in the virtual space. Who wants to start?
Yeah. So you guys reach out. Well, I mean, who says what first? What's the
I think it was while Beck was explaining the surfing analogy. Brahmak was like, "Oh right, we should probably mention."
He's already done with the conversation. We're like, hey.
Yeah, just the highlights, right? Because it's a one-way communication to start.
Yeah. Okay. So it takes a second. As sort of she puts down the pen or finishes doing whatever she was doing, and
So awkward.
and reaches back and says, "Oh, Rowan, how wonderful to hear! How the journey progresses.
Yeah, we'll be continuing on now.
Excellent. Well, it's exciting to hear. What was it?
Some advanced construct machine of some kind. It's hard to say. Again, it's made with material and technology that's far beyond our understanding currently. ASIC's doing the best he can, but it'll take
Tell
him a
her it
while.
looks humanoid. Wait, Greybird, hello? It looks humanoid.
Humanoid. Excellent. This is good information. Well, I'll pass this along to Sargi and Alandria next time I'm in contact with them. They'll speak with Euclid Longears about it and see if he has any insights on what may have happened.
Oh, right, he's a Force Ghost now, right?
He's a Force Ghost, yeah.
I forget.
That's correct.
That's correct.
He's Force Ghosting.
That was literally just Josh.
Communicated.
Yeah. Just like,
yeah, I guess I'm assuming we'll be updated when we arrive, but any big changes we should be aware of?
you'll have to see when you get here. It's getting rather exciting. We're pretty much all ready for your arrival.
Excitement.
That's great.
Been aboard a few days.
Excellent. We shall see you when you get here.
Yeah, when we have everyone else seems-
Awkward.
Just end the call.
She just hangs up. You know, don't invite.
We leave her on red. Let's go.
Where am I on this map? I'm looking for myself.
Where
Like-
have you?
Why am I in the river?
You're
Why
in
am
the
I
river,
in the... Oh yeah, I went and washed my face. Yeah.
You were
Oh man.
crying us a river. Mm.
Exactly. Alright,
Everyone
I
else in the
guess.
resistance seems so
What
much
time of the day is it again? I don't even remember.
This was the end of the day.
Oh, it's getting dark.
What were you saying,
Conveniently.
Leon?
just that everyone else in the resistance is so much more prepared than we are with our little group here. I mean, I know we're
Yeah.
more doers than thinkers, but to think that the plan of the resistance relies on us kind of worries me just at that.
Obviously, it requires us to do much thinking, right? It just requires us.
To do what we do, yeah.
What is the plan of
I
the
can do that.
resistance?
What is the what?
What is the plan? Like what is the plan?
Oh,
What's the end game?
currently, like long term is very different, but short term is we have to stop Centaurix.
Yeah, the undead thing, right? Yeah,
The weird on that dragon that we told you
that's
about.
the
Yeah.
one.
That's not at full power, but could
Exactly. But not if we're
Okay,
gonna have it in the
but
same.
how
be. Oh
will that-
shit! By the way,
How will that stop
we're
them
now
going?
high enough level that if our souls got eaten by it, it could be restored, right?
Yeah, we're fucking dark.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
How will killing the dragon stop the dawn though?
Like the dawn want to revive the dragon so that it will like bring devastation to the world. So we're gonna stop them doing that.
It's an incredibly dangerous
Yeah,
creature.
As much
they're
as they
basically
haven't
trying to
already.
get an infernal contract with the dragon to return it.
Okay, but that will
That's-
stop the things from getting worse, not make them better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Yes,
our first
for
step,
sure.
and then we still have to hold the minion to do what it's true.
Okay, alright.
Two action plan, at least
Yeah.
two. I guess.
Alright, first
Yeah.
things first.
But
then,
it
alright.
sounds
But,
like
yeah, the first key is to get out of check, right?
Yeah.
The whole like winning strategy comes later, but we're playing chess, and the first step is we're in check. We got to.
Chess.
hopefully
Alright.
we can do
We have
all
just
this
done there.
before
Well, we've made
Yeah.
it
the
with me.
dawn prepares. If there's a possibility that things come to a clash, and I hope it doesn't. Not yet, at least.
I have a feeling it will.
I mean, you know,
It'll be the clash before the clash. There will be some big fight before we reach Centaurix.
The clash
Yeah,
before the clash.
Bound to happen.
The clash, except like the queue doesn't work properly and nobody gets into the game. It's the clash before the clash.
Man, I'm
We
pretty.
have to play like two normals first, and then we can eventually get to the clash. Yeah.
You know, I'm like pretty fine with that. Like, I could do with a clash.
Yeah. And again,
Yeah, as long as
I'm
we don't
actually
have
kind of looking
Sandor's
forward
on
to
the one
facing some
hand
Dawn
and
again.
Dawn on the right hand.
Use my fucking ability for once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we spending night here?
Maybe not right here.
Okay.
Elevator.
I'd
Other,
like to
other
move
side
a
of the
little
river?
Yeah, on the side of it. That's
But
fine.
yeah, maybe top left corner of that map.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get to the edge of the map and then have a little.
Not where multiple demons recently appeared through portals.
You know,
Machine was. And,
For which
Bit of
also
target.
still for.
yeah.
This map's so pixelated, how will everyone ever find us?
What do
It
you
doesn't
mean?
remind
It's
like.
fine for me.
How did the Ender get the current demons to? It's confusing.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I agree with that one. That's all. So I agree
Being a
with that.
powerful robot, I'm sure.
Right.
But
But to any normal person, it would just look like a human.
Leon, you can patch me up as well. By the way, right? You can do that. I'm sure. Yeah. Cheers, boy. Cheers, friend. Max HP, right, Chris? No problem. Sweet.
Yeah, max HP, no problem.
Sweet.
What's with the animal? Sweets.
Lay on hands and all that bullshit. You guys are fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Double lay on hands, baby.
And ASIC and
Alright. Wake me up for my watch.
Wake me up.
How long does the golem last?
Mambo.
How long's the what last?
The golem at the magic shit.
Does it say in the philosopher's extractor?
Yeah, it's like an
an
hour. It's an hour. It's an
Is it
hour.
so?
I want to say it's an hour.
It's an hour.
Alright, good.
Yeah. So that eventually wears off. And you guys, bed down for the night and go to sleep. Can't remember exactly how far the previous travel period we planned got you, but it wasn't all the way to God's Hold. So let's just start.
I think
a new
it was
one
here.
in
I think it was actually right here. I was like, this is where we had planned to stop.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah, I thought it might have been a couple more, but whatever. Either way,
Dude, then we have to join new travel rules, huh?
Yeah, we gotta do new travel rules.
Dude, that means someone roll well. Let's get a loot table, baby.
And the route to God's Hold.
Dude, wait a second. All my runes are wrong. All my loot table is wrong.
Oh yeah.
Echo, you got.
Why did you do that?
One on nature.
We got all our runes.
Privately, but that's what you got.
I don't
Fail.
Do I need to? Maybe
Fail for now. Maybe Moonsong will help.
Yeah,
Which is
maybe
it?
means
I think
Oh, fuck
the
yeah.
fuck.
What do you do against stealth? Nice.
We're so hidden.
That was the DC.
Anyone we come
Yeah.
across, we get
Oh,
full
35.
preparation for.
What do I need?
You find an
Perception.
excellent opportunity for an ambush again.
Oh my
Blind
god.
this last time, I think.
Moonsong.
I think it's the second nat 20 in a row.
Can't,
that
can't
we've,
roll well. I just don't
Yeah.
roll well on these.
Oh,
On this
acid
roll,
it.
it's
You'll
correct.
have to
It's
see
the
it.
second nat 20 in a row. I'll take it.
Well, at least it's not a crit fail in song. You know, you gotta look on the bright side. So we've got.
Yay.
Like that.
Oh god.
You find
Again,
you notice encounter. Wait, okay, dude. The point is, this contradicts stealth so much. For my one is you notice encounters as you roll initiative, but the stealth one is you find an excellent opportunity for an ambush. So which is it? Doesn't make any sense.
Both parties notice each other.
Dude, we lose two travel action fields.
So we do indeed have.
What?
So
Well, now
well,
the
who's
people will
copying and
mention-
pasting?
Aston Villa's leading 2-0.
Who's broken? Who's just done that? Who's broken the sheet?
That's
Oh
good.
god.
Anonymous Grizzly Bear.
Was it me? Should I control Z and see what happens?
That's Grizzly.
Hang on.
I controlled Z. Did I fix it?
Maybe. I was looking.
I don't even see
I'm not anonymous,
Bear.
Chrissy. I saw them. They're not me. I'm the anonymous crow.
Yeah, who copy pasted? Who fucked this up?
Definitely not me.
Well, what's wrong with it?
Nah, it's fixed now.
Dude, Acid,
Just
you do.
right click, show, edit history.
Yeah, but it was Anonymous Grizzly Bear. Okay. So between this stealth result and this perception result, we do indeed have an interesting situation where you guys are moving very quietly, but not in fact aware of anything around you.
Yeah, I'm just chilling, man.
Yeah, it's like an opposite. It's basically we travel undetected this week, but if we have a fight, we
What
roll
did I
initiative
put,
at
what
the
did I
same
put
time.
on my
Okay.
That's how I would
put on
read it,
my
right?
what did I put on my list here?
I'm not sure if the coding of the wording is quite as black and white.
Yeah,
as
it's
that.
great.
We're super slow. We lose 2 travel actions. and we notice encounters as we roll them, but we're doing really good job of avoiding in general encounters.
But it also says
Planned
it
ones.
also says we find an excellent opportunity for an ambush, right?
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, so we think we found an excellent opportunity for an ambush, but then we roll initiative as they see us at the same time.
Or like we're in a good location, we just notice them show up to the location, kind of like whenever they show up underneath this tree, they're fucked. So wait, they're already there.
Or maybe it's a whole Jurassic Park clever girl moment, right? It's like we think we have them, and then
We just counteract and we just get the normal no condition to even.
Sure.
Amazing.
When it comes to that.
Yeah, you know what? You just don't find anything. As far as you guys know, it was quiet. Nothing saw you, and you didn't see anything. And the reasons that happened are completely opaque to you guys. That is simply
Yeah, busy, quiet week, but we are slower. Oh no, you also saying that counts as that.
yeah.
No, sweet. But where are we actually heading, right? But we have enough to actually get to God's Hold. Like, where are we stopping, guys? What direction are we entering from? All that shit.
Yeah, so once we get like to the outer reaches of the God's Hold area,
We had talked about teleporting straight into the factory.
I
We
thought
were
that was,
closer where that 1%
Yeah.
variance wouldn't be as impactful.
So yeah, you do go slightly slow, but it doesn't matter because you were going less than a week's distance
yeah.
anyway. So it takes you 3 days to get here rather than 2.
Okay, we have to be really close, though, right? To like do it where 1% couldn't be a problem. Because like, I'm just assuming how big the place is. We got told to meet at the same place from before, Chris.
Yeah, because
That's
probably go
where
for
we
Spartans, right?
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if that's where we were meeting again. I can't remember.
You've just been told to come to God's Hold so far. You haven't
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
specific. Yeah.
I guess when we get like this kind of square, then we'd send into Greybird again, being like, "Hey, we're in the
Just
outskirts.
outside.
Just wondering where to go from there."
Okay, yeah, she's like excellent, and tells you an inn to find to stay at, and tells you that someone will come and collect you this evening.
Yeah, I'll be like, "How hot is it in Codsword right now?"
Surprisingly calm. We've kept everything very well under wraps.
All right. Well, we stick out a little, but we'll do our best.
There's just something itching in the back of Ramok's brain, and he approaches Leon and just says, I don't know why.
Yeah.
This could be all for nothing. This could be my paranoia after having a literal Terminator chase us down from the past or from the future into the past.
I think
Anyway.
a little worrying is warranted right now.
Yeah. I think we tell Greybird a different inn that we're staying at.
You don't trust hers.
I don't know. Again, it's paranoia. But again, I think we tried to.
Well, she didn't tell. She gave you an inn where someone would meet you this evening. She didn't
I thought
ask
you said
what
just
inn you were
find an
staying
inn
at.
and then we'll
Yeah,
send
yeah.
someone.
No. She said she gave you an inn. She told you an inn
Okay.
and said someone
Sure.
will meet you this evening.
Stay somewhere else, and then maybe we keep an eye out at the other inn.
I mean, I don't really share the trust of her. She's been good to us, but there could be a lot of problems with us being here. So I think a little caution is smart.
Yeah, it's time
bro,
for
maybe we stay
costumes
back
again.
for a little bit and you see if the whole situation is right to your eyes. Then we'll make the call. We're teetering on knife edge right now. Let's not do anything. Now look at the rest of the group. Stupid.
Looking at the ground as I like wanders forward, you know, right now 1%.
Beck's over there going full. If we were in inn, I was going to say full Thor's like, delicious. Another like smashes the mud.
Alright, but yeah, I kind of like, you know, when I finished talking, I guess, you know, this was what happened. I'm like, I kind of turned to the party, I'm like, we get in, and then like we got made that in, but I kind of like look at us. We stick out too much, right? Like before.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I know a little bit.
Butterfly wings, hard to disguise.
I know a little bit of, you know, magic now. Maybe I can figure something out.
Again, if we let me go into town as inconspicuous as possible at this point. I can go and check out the inn, and then if all else we can teleport to the room from just outside of town. There's, a close distance where hopefully it won't make a big deal.
What do you mean by check out the end, though?
Well, just again, so I can go there and make sure we have a room, so we have an empty room that we can teleport to.
But okay, I guess so. Sure. But we need to be downstairs, right? I saw. Well, we got to be somewhere people can see us because Greybird said someone will find us there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to be downstairs and eat anyway, right? So then it's kind of weird.
Will be eventually. It'll be fine.
If we teleport up and then go down, that might be kind of weird if anyone is on the watch out for anything strange.
Potentially. Again, the difference is we completely avoid dawn interaction.
Yeah, I guess unless there's some actually Indian.
But again, that's why I would go and look first.
Alright, sure.
The last time we were around these parts, we made quite an impression.
Yeah, but that's what I'm surprised if Greybird
Yeah,
was
they had
quite,
all of our details down. So
seemed quite just chill about it, right? Like, it seems weird why would they send someone to meet us at the inn as if it was that hot and not just meet us outside.
That's why I'm saying something seems off to me.
Well, from our tone, I assume that the rebellion has gotten a hold of the city itself, but maybe that's a bit too hopeful.
Again, hopefully all things that I can...
Yeah. Go.
So I go on ahead. I do greater invisibility, extended, and then make my way into town.
Okay, it's not really in town. It's in the hex you guys are just in right now. I mean, it's a little closer to Godhold, but it's a place outside in the farmland. She's sort of given you a location and said, wait there, someone will come find you this evening.
Oh, okay.
So you go and poke about and investigate it. It nothing really identifies it as particularly unusual. It's a large building. It's a sort of 3-story coach inn. On the side of one of the sort of like main roads heading, towards proper, Godhold proper from this angle. You could easily get inside or climb up the walls and, check the windows. Your skill checks by this point are easily, beyond that. It doesn't seem to have anyone particularly suspicious hanging out that would, that kind of concern you. There's no one sort of hanging out on the roof. There's no one sort of, seems to be hanging around, sort of watching it from a distance or anything. It does indeed seem to be a sort of only about 1/3 full, coach inn, just on the way to Godsold.
Is there a nearby bar or a second inn? I'm guessing probably not because small area outside of town.
Yeah, no, there's not really much immediately nearby. There's like a few sort of like public services and stuff, but it's not really a large population center.
Okay.
Well,
this is basically pointless, but is there like a cloak shop? Or a general store where I can go and buy one very large and 3 regular size and 1 smaller sized, just really basic ass looking cloaks.
Yeah. There's, you would be in the vicinity here. You would definitely be able to purchase some general traveling cloaks and any other sort of basic traveling supplies that you wanted.
Yeah. So I just go in there, just buy a few, just like some random shit, basically, including 4 cloaks. 4, fine.
Oh, success.
Okay.
It's negligible compared to your wealth.
Exactly, yeah. So I'll remove a bit, but and then I'll just head back to the party and give each of them one. The smallest one for Asik, the biggest one for Beck.
I got one though.
This is one to hopefully make us not stand out.
Kind of look at my blood red cloak. It's like 8 feet long, and I'm like, kind of like this cloak though.
You can wear it again later.
Alright then.
Let me see if
this is just to avoid notice currently.
I've worn the cloak and now it's a normal 7-foot tall, like fucking barbarian.
Exactly. So you're just a big simpleton. It's fine. Let's go.
Yeah, fucking clock your head off.
I dismiss my wings and then I put on.
As I was walking around, did anyone make
wait, but
notice?
I guess I don't even have my weapons armor, right? So I look so fucking chill. Yeah, I'm just fucking straight.
Right.
So what were you asking, Josh?
Because I know that like, inside town, obviously carrying weapons around is kind of a big no-no.
Mm-hmm.
But out here, at least I just had my bow kind of slung over my shoulder because I'm not in town. Where technically,
I mean, a critical kind of reflective glance at your own bow. It does kind of stand out. It is at this point quite hard to pull off.
It's like-
this is
Okay.
just. I am, but
Sure.
humble
Lightshow
strider.
coming from other rooms.
Hunts
all
rabbit
right,
for my
I
dinner.
would have hit it then in the bag.
When we're like departing, I'll turn to Brom and I'll say, just because everything seemed clear doesn't mean you weren't on the right track. Maybe try and lead us in a way that we're as quiet as possible.
Again, when I did go to the inn, and I would have just potentially asked for like a room for the night.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, that's
So I
fine.
have that, and then I go up to the room, just kind of like give myself a pretty decent size opening, enough for a teleport circle, right, to go into basically. And then when I go to the party, I teleport us in.
Alright, so how close do we get then, I guess, before we go? Because we need to know. Right?
Yeah, I mean, you guys could get almost as close to this inn as you would like.
While being basically unhit, like, hidden. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like behind the inn is just kind of like farmland. It's like it's on a main road, but if you approach from the other side, you can sort of come from a very sort of unpopulated
if
direction.
we're on foot, like on for anyway, I want to like Brom to like do the stealth thing. We follow the expert or whatever, just in case.
Yeah.
Very
So I try to do that just
reasonable.
into a place, because again, teleport technically is a minute casting, so we need to find somewhere that's really fairly good cover to do that.
Okay.
Our cats will summon a crystal color. That'll do.
And we want to do it like if it's possible within probably a few thousand feet of the place.
Definitely we're gonna. I mean, if it's 1%, if it's like, if we go, well, I mean, if we go a few thousand, like that's like 50 feet off target. We're gonna end up like in a fucking wall, or like at the bottom of the stairs.
What, 1% off on 1,000 feet's one.
You said several thousand feet.
Right, but I said a few, so like up to a couple feet off, right?
A couple of feet would be 200 feet away if it's 1%.
Right, shit.
Math.
Teleport in, someone pops in just outside the
Yeah. So how close do we need to get to be reasonably sure
police-
that we're we end up inside the room?
police station.
It depends on how big the room is, I guess.
500 feet or something.
Wiggle room we have.
I mean, it's not. It's assuming you got like you paid for a big enough room for like plausibly 4 people. Just got 4 beds in it. It's like it's a good size. It's sort of
Sweet.
easily 15 or 20. It's on the top floor and easily sort of 15 or 20 feet on the side. So plenty of squares in there.
Sweet. If we get a few hundred feet away, then yeah, do it.
Precisely, both by its position relative to your starting position and its appearance. So good. Oh, so it does help, like, that I know the general outline, the identifying features, the knowledge of the place. I've been there before now, right? Like, so it makes it, while it is up to a 1% off, it does determine, like, in a direction determined by the GM for short distances, its lack of precision is irrelevant. Could be up to 1 mile.
Okay.
Again, it's really one where now that I know it, I've like outlined the area itself, moved it around so we have a big opening. It should be negligible because it's over a shorter distance.
I guess let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Hey, can we get everyone though? What is you're not to 4 targets? What about Kitty Cat?
Yeah, I can also cast it.
Oh, okay.
Let's cast it.
Double teleport, baby.
And you're just targeting the teleportation circle or anything. You just said you cleared out a circle, but you're just targeting the location in the.
Yeah. I just wanted to select that someone, because I don't know if this happens, but you teleport like into a bed or something.
Dude, I'm
That'd
gonna
be
just
weird.
teleport lying down over the ice shot.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking like where like your legs in a bed.
That'd be okay.
How far away are we
Fancy
actually?
Galaxy.
Yeah, it's weird where it says like it's up to 1 feet. It's like 1%, but then if you let it in a mile, normally that doesn't matter. But really, it can matter a lot even at less than a mile, depending on how precise you meant to do. Like, what if you meant to teleport into a 5 foot square? It's just not like it's not meant to be able to do that, or it is. Like yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
I think the 1% is really mostly for like, hey, I want to teleport to this country, this place I've never been
Yeah,
to. So
I
you
mean-
can be really off.
It's rough.
Go
Yeah, no,
thousands of miles.
you guys successfully, like, if this isn't a use of the spell where you can fucking just teleport reliably to a square, I don't know what possibly could be. You guys make it into the room without any
Nice.
shenanigans or anyone being stuck in the wall between the 2 spellcasters.
Yeah.
You teleport everyone successfully inside
There's a nice
from
space.
like a sort of hidden position behind a sort of an old cowshed or something, some distance from the inn.
It's a nice room.
It is a nice room, yeah. Bromok sort of, like the curtains are drawn and stuff, so nobody who happened to be outside glancing in sees a group of people appear or anything. It's all prepared and ready.
My imagination. Wait, but then should we even all go down? Maybe you can find the person Bromok would have bring him up here to chat then.
That's my thinking.
Oh, great. I take a seat on the bed.
Again, or it's like we just over a very long period, like a couple hours time, one person comes down at a time.
And that's long though. Maybe they just come up.
Right.
Can you build some food up as well when you're down there?
Sure.
Sweet.
Ooh, nice.
So who's going downstairs to keep an eye out?
Damn.
Okay, cool. Bromok goes down. Everyone else just chilling upstairs.
Playing some cards,
Yeah, I wanna hear the story of what you did last time you were here.
What do you mean? You don't mean a thing, you mean a god sword.
Yeah.
Killed a lieutenant.
we were,
What else? What did
Yeah,
we
we used to
create a distraction and then
We used to do a lot of
Every
killing.
leg one.
Yeah, like how you think we killed a few Dawn, you were quite, though, when that happened back there. It used to be like a daily occurrence in the good old days.
I think it was
Yeah,
around
good old
these
days.
parts when we were traveling through a small village, and the Dawn, they were performing a public execution
Yeah, that's right.
of some people that might or might not have done something wrong. They're very vague about the allegations. We intervened, saved the villagers, and executed the Dawn themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, I think around these parts we also killed a very high-ranking captain or lieutenant or something. No,
Somewhere, I think we're also with the badge somewhere.
You must have plenty of friends in the town now, though, if you saved the villagers.
Oh, no, we didn't say the village is a god sword. It was like this
Okay.
really little town somewhere else.
I see.
yeah. But we did meet the rebel leader around here.
Yeah.
It started out cold, but I think we warmed up to him.
All right.
Yeah, everyone always warms up to you. On a full notice, whoever we've got meeting with today. Hope it's, man, it's been a while since we saw zombies. It'd be cool if you could, say hey while we're in the area.
Must have some crazy stories of his own.
Oh, yeah.
Man, it's weird to think.
Hanging out, playing cards.
Yep.
Yeah. Living the glory days.
And yeah, like probably you guys have got there sort of like mid-afternoon. It's a while later. It's not for kind of like probably 4.5 hours. So like the kind of evening has come around. Bromok, you've been sort of, downstairs, keeping a close
Doing
eye.
the Strider for several hours now.
The comings and goings, yeah, doing the Strider. No one as yet who's come in has been particularly interesting or has paid you much mind. But after this time, you see a familiar bandy-legged figure in a hooded cloak stride in and kind of like pull the hood back, not far enough to like fully pull it down, but far enough to like be able to look around the room and reveal the face of Zombs, kind of peering about. He does spot you, but much significantly after you spotted him, and kind of shuffles over and hey, what's up, Rock? You made it. Where's everyone else?
Yeah, we made it. It's good to see you again. They're upstairs. We just wanted to make as little showing as possible.
Kind of like nods, very sagely, and says, "Yeah, that was probably smart. Well, dark enough now. You guys are bloody miles from the hill. I had to walk all day to get here. We should be good to go straight away. No need to wait for it to get any darker. You wanna go get him?
Sure thing.
All right. And tell him to
Right
look real subtle." And he kind of like pulls on his own hood for emphasis.
Right.
So subtle. All mysterious cloak figures heading down who would never walked up.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, no, I head up there basically and just let everyone know. And maybe not to all go together, but 30, 40 seconds.
Quick Quick advice: should I be wearing my armor or no? Probably not, right?
No.
Oh, it's
Put
so
in
fancy,
the-
man. Black butterfly.
Yeah, basically it's no weapons in general.
Yeah. Just
Wait,
simple clothing.
So who is it?
It's zombies.
Oh shit! It's him.
Oh,
Oh, that
oh
was.
Ace, you're finally gonna meet someone on your own height. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, he might even be. I'm for a second. I thought
He's
it was.
also some sort of scientist.
Yeah,
himself.
I think he threw bombs at people as well.
Bit of an
Wonderful.
alchemist.
Yeah.
Basically, sounds like I'm a bit of an alchemist myself.
Well, what are we waiting for? Finally somebody of my intellect.
All right, so we can just sit on down and it's safe.
Well,
Okay, try to be as inconspicuous as.
Oh yeah, I got the new cloak. You guys stand up and you know what?
Again, basically, general rule: hood up, eyes down.
Hood up, eyes down.
I'm gonna go full farmer mode. Yeah.
Yeah,
The blade of grass, like in my picture.
Okay, yeah, a normal citizen's not gonna like look the dawn in the eye, right?
I don't downstairs. So.
No, but we're probably heading into the city, so.
All right. I'll do my best. I started.
Well, if you kill the dawn if you don't see any dawn, right back.
That's what the perception check was about on the way here.
Yeah, I was really trying not to look at them anymore, but
Yeah.
I went downstairs. Yeah.
Cool.
Very conspicuous. For me to roll deception or something like this.
No, it's not immediately necessary.
I mean,
I think it is not immediately necessary.
pretty good at see, right? Maybe it's really good.
Yeah, so you guys head down where Zoms is conspicuously, hanging out, waiting, in the corner, striding it with his hood up. As you guys approach, sort of, hey, good to see you guys.
Hey, it's been
Long time no see.
I can't look blue nose yet. Yeah, it's been fucking ages.
And looks you over one by one, nods, and eventually eyes fall on Asik. There's a kind of pause, gwints.
I go for it excitedly and shake his
Stares
hand.
at you. For a second, as you step forwards, his hand like sneaks out as if to reach yours, but then instead goes and like pulls your cloak aside, revealing the like alchemical sort of equipment and implements and stuff. And he
Hey.
aghast, and he says, "You replaced me."
You left on your own.
Yeah, another pint-sized alchemist. You can't just. We're not all the same, you know. One's way uglier. What's your name anyway?
I'm Essex. Hi, nice to meet you.
You've been duped into traveling with these assholes, Asik?
Hey, come on, man. We had some good
He's from the
times.
Underdark. They have different beauty standards down there.
Underdark, eh?
You were with them before
Darklands,
me?
even.
Okay, wait, let's get on the road before
They never mentioned you. But are you just gonna dump me like him and then never talk about it?
Guys, we're quite inconspicuous here, boys. I say really now, we can't be quite inconspicuous. Come on now.
I give Asic the what the fuck did you just say? Eyes like
I
should
think
not
not-
helping.
we had best be moving on before we draw attention to ourselves. And he sort of strides towards the door. So next thing you know, 6 hooded figures of various bulk are sort of, making their way inconspicuously through the streets. He does indeed lead you like quite some distance. Actually, you end up traveling, sort of following him. Again, not taking particular like major streets, so maybe increasing the time a bit that way. But like through most of the sort of night, or at least the early half of the night, kind of around the town towards Hut Hill, which is that sort of that southern hex. And probably, like 2-3 hours after midnight, so, in the kind of the wee hours of the morning, Zoms finally leads you to, near the base of the hill, like a storage depot of construction materials and other sort of like, the whole hill is a real sort of industrial plant, so just kind of like, things clearly come in and out through here a lot. There's like a small forge and furnace kind of in a building attached to the like much larger yard. Even at this time of night, there's a handful of employees around. It isn't nearly as bustling as it would be during the day, but there's a few sort of people going around with torches, checking stock, patrolling the perimeter, just kind of keeping an eye on like the gate. This whole kind of thing is fenced off. But they seem to either not know, realize, or care as you go sort of walk in. Zoms just sort of strides on past, and they pay you no mind as he leads you towards the building on the sort of forge furnace combo, whatever it is, for a bit of processing for metals and stuff on the edge of the warehouse. Produces a large bronze key, reaches up to the padlock, unbolts the door, and kind of leads you guys inside the building. Kind of fumbles about for a bit, sort of muttering to himself, where was it? Finds a trapdoor hidden under one of like a few sort of layers of like rugs and furs and stuff that have been heaped around the relatively messy, sort of blacked out interior of this building that probably hasn't been used that recently. And yeah, like a trapdoor leads to basement, and then from basement, a much more cunningly disguised arrangement reveals itself when Zoms interacts with an otherwise kind of innocuous-looking brick, and a series of otherwise solidly appearing wall, just kind of not quite sort of like diagonales aside, but it doesn't just sort of swing aside like a door either. It does kind of like the bricks do sort of swing and rotate a bit on themselves and sort of fold back, revealing. Like a sort of a cut earth tunnel that at the far end seems to, intersect with another rounder tunnel going horizontally in a T-junction. Zom says, "Well, welcome home, guys." He kind of strides in past. As it goes to take like a second as he gestures towards the door and says, "That's going to close in about a minute or so. I'd be on the suicide if I were you."
A glance at the mechanism is like impressive. What is it? Magic? Is it
It is not magical, but it is impressive. It seems to be kind of basically operated by a big, heavy like sandbag on a sack and on a rope that kind of acts as a counterweight. And when Zoms pushed it, it sort of like swung the mechanism, and now there's something somewhere is kind of like ticking and then keeping track of time before it'll swing all back.
I walk through while nodding approvingly.
Yeah, we follow.
Mm-hmm.
You guys follow, yeah. So Zoms, again, it's now the sort of the wee hours of the morning. Everyone's kind of like a little sort of tired at this point. Like Zoms doesn't seem to sort of to know or care. He just continues to lead the way through the tunnels. Which are not, you don't immediately run into anyone. It's you go for travel for kind of 10 or 15 minutes through the tunnels quietly, and then you sort of bump into your first someone is keeping watch, and Zoms kind of nods to them, and they nod to Zoms and give the password and goes through, and not past them another 10 minutes you start bumping into people, and pretty soon you find yourselves in. Well, it's the middle of the night, so it's not quite a thriving hub of activity. But there's clearly quite a lot of people around who seem to be identifying as either resistance or supporting the resistance under Hut Hill. When you are brought to the kind of more central chambers that you guys remember having visited before and stayed around last time you took downtime here. It's definitely significantly expanded. There's more sort of support equipment and infrastructure here, and even now, it's probably more people hanging around here at sort of 3 a.m. Than last time when you were here. At any point during the day. There's a fair few around. And Greybird seems to have stayed up late to greet you after you
that's nice.
arrive.
Yeah.
She kind of nods and embraces you one by one and says, so good to see you at last again in person.
Yeah.
I'd ask you how the journey was, but of course I know everything that happened. I'm glad you made it here safely.
We all made it in one piece.
Yeah,
Eventually.
Place is looking good.
We say his ASIC still probably has a hole in his chest.
Yeah, I think we're all dying to know how everything's going on here. This is amazing.
It's going potently. We're almost ready. Now that you're here, Saji and Elandria will be the the last to arrive. They'll come by teleportation soon tomorrow morning. They've delayed their arrival as long as possible. You know, the other council members have almost never met them in person, or each other for that matter.
Well, we haven't really been dealing with names before. They're leaders.
Right. Yes, of course. Lots of people for you to meet. But now is probably not the time for it. Get some rest. Close your eyes for a few hours. You'll be shown to your quarters in the morning. You'll have a few hours to meet people and shake hands before Taji and Elandria arrive, and it's time for the discussion of strategy and what comes next.
Oh boy.
Oh, that sounds good fun.
Real duty.
So you are shown by Zoms to the place where you are allegedly staying, despite the fact that there are, of course, no windows or anything, and it was just all like it's a bit cold. Everything down here seems to have been converted from a sewer. The conversion is quite extensive. There are clearly many groups of barracks that have been converted from side tunnels down here that resistance members are staying in. You guys are shown to somewhere that seems a little more away from the kind of general hustle bustle. You guys aren't sort of shoved in a 12-bed dormitory with two other teams. You guys are sort of given your own quarters in an area that's probably a 5 or 10 minute walk from the central node of the sewer network. Otherwise, it really is a kind of self-sufficient department. It sort of has everything that you guys really sort of need to just, it's got facilities for washing, both yourselves and your belongings, for cooking, just relaxing, for sleeping. It's a proper set of apartments. The level of not construction, because obviously it's good, but the level, I guess, the quality of life of everything is kind of a surprise. It's clear that the resistance is not, is no longer sort of barely on the edge of existence, and it's capable of sourcing hand soap and stuff for the but other small amenities like that. Just the fact that these things have been sourced is evidence that there's no longer the risk of or for whatever reason there no longer seems to be the risk of we need to keep every sort of thing we requisition completely below board. Otherwise we risk sort of revealing ourselves by buying 5,000 bars of soap at once.
Yeah.
I asked Soms, hey buddy, tell me honestly, how much of this were you behind yourself? This is a bit of Goblin Village inspiration, doesn't it?
I've had my hand in this and that, but it's all gotten a little bigger recently. There's big plans. Something huge is coming. I've never seen so many resistance in one place or another. It's hard to be sure living down these sewers, but there's a few thousand of us down here now. I didn't even know there were this many.
Lovely.
Yeah,
it's massive.
It's so lovely down here. Feels like home.
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, we haven't been sitting still on a row, and I kind of throw my shield off my. Oh no, I will never back out of the bag. I'll be like, look at this, baby. We upgraded this artifact. Remember when we got it from the dragon?
Zom's kind of takes the shield, regards it critically, kind of spits on it and wipes it with his sleeve to kind of see the polish he can get, and he's like, not bad, I'd have to say. Kind of hands it back to you slightly reverently.
To your own trinkets when you go.
He holds up a hand, points to the ring. Yeah, still wear it. Comes in handy. Hasn't done much though.
Kind of eyeing it, dancing.
I don't remember what did his do.
So what did yours do?
Sorry?
Your old
What did
artifact.
Zom's artifact do?
It gave him more reagents, I think, per day.
Oh, that's right.
Like a Q or something, or
Yeah.
I don't remember the math.
And a couple of, I don't think I said.
It's definitely still written in the sheet unless you deleted it in the inventory part.
You gotta look in a mirror, Zoms, and then go fight a giant monster, and then it'll do something else probably.
Exactly the kind of thing that you decided not to want to do.
I'm glad I avoided it.
Do we even have to do it anymore? I forget. Did someone have to do it?
Yeah, it shattered into 1,000 tiny pieces.
Oh yeah,
Fell
that
into like a
sounds
weird
about right.
dimension.
Yeah.
Mentions are.
Someone mentioned that long word, yeah.
Sad to have missed that. But not really.
Alright,
Anyway,
we
I've
should
been
get some
walking around all
sleep.
night picking you guys up, so I'm gonna go get some sleep.
Good to see you, Zoms.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah,
Yeah,
Jed's down.
that's you in the morning.
Apparently you guys are meeting early. Kind of, waddles off.
We were early meeting.
Yeah, the one is in
Oh,
the
yeah.
Saturday meeting.
Wait, so,
Others.
well, you mean like, she's like your mom, right? The one we're meeting? No, that's not right.
No,
I
we've met her.
do think my mother will be there.
Oh yeah, your mom. Oh yeah, sorry, not your mom. Your old character. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's right. But you've heard stories about it, right? Like-
I've met both sides
Oh,
of
you have met
Andrea before.
I thought it was like all secret. What happened to that?
Like,
I'm
they are in
interested
general.
to see this weird ghost elf that we.
And like it mentioned like a council. Do you know what's up with that? Like they're a big council.
Let me pull something real quick.
Wait, Beck, you mentioned when you were dead you saw this elf, right? The long ears.
I think so.
And apparently
yeah.
he's gonna be with the meeting. How's that gonna work?
I don't know. Like maybe we'll all be killed and then we'll go speak in like a ghost plane and then be brought back.
Chris,
Somehow,
from the thing that
I
you
don't
sent
have one specific.
Tom and I, who would be the council? Do I know that? Is that anyone?
No.
Basically the
No, you have
first...
no idea.
Okay. Like, is that the first group down, or?
No, I guess
It'd be
we'll
nice
meet
to
a
see
lot.
Arcada again. I feel like we didn't get to thank her properly last.
Yeah, she was nice. Very
Did I see some construction in the
I even
runway?
finished nice the blend. I even shut the door. Easy. But Bizarre's blended up something. Oh, maybe Essex blending up something else in the big structure. Alright, let's sleep.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep. Okay, yeah. You guys get your heads down, and manage to get, like a decent amount of eyes shut before, probably 3 hours later, there is you're aroused by knocking at the door of a stick on wood.
It's terrible, man.
I snooze.
The three of you who are connected to her hear the voice of Greybird come into your heads.
Probably
and
like
say,
already
"Wakey."
Snooze.
Go away! Go away!
It's like the Hodel waking up on the phone.
Oh, fuck. I
I go
can't get
and
out
open
of
the
it.
door
people
and
to
I
get
head out.
Get out of my pajamas.
Brahma's probably again already ready.
You have a onesie on, right, Beck?
Yeah, you wish.
The back flap is just hanging open.
Man, you guys are mean.
Like nap already.
Yeah,
Nap.
and
Nightcap.
Yeah.
And as you sort of trickle through and join Greybird, and she takes you out, she begins to kind of like show you around properly, the full extent of sort of goings on below, Godhold, and talks about how it's come to be and how everything, the step by step the power has kind of been drawn to a point here. How when the Grey Rock Kingdom fell short or shortly after the fall of Atlas, the border closed. The region was already left isolated and accessible only really by road through the Great Elven Forests. That the Dawn have always had a particularly antagonistic relationship with the populace here, and their agents to root out resistant agents. I don't know if you guys recall, but the original, years, this is kind of the story that's evolved over the last decade. But originally, the resistance were using the sewers of God's Hold, or of Hut Hill rather, and the Dawn, in an effort to deny access of the facilities to the resistance, basically sealed off all of the entrances to the sewer, including those for things you would normally want to go into a sewer, which is what caused Hut Hill to become such a polluted sort of industrial wasteland in the years since the occupation, because basically all the industrial juices and stuff run off overground rather than being processed through the sewers.
Yeah.
But now that the Dawn are sort of subtly but losing their grip, no longer able to sort of keep as many eyes out to check the sewers, and stuff. The Resistance have taken advantage and come back into it, and it's now even more secret than it was before, because as far as the Dawn are concerned, the whole system is still sealed off and inaccessible. Whereas in reality, the Resistance have a stronghold down here. The residents of Hut Hill, in particular, may as well all be Resistance agents at this point for how they sort of feel about the Dawn. And beyond that, obviously the agents in God's Hold, even including yourselves, have been well coordinated by Kaspari over the last sort of months and years. Secured several key victories, that have substantially weakened the Dawn's position in this part of the world. Obviously you guys were on missions to do similar things when you even discovered Sandorix in the first place. There was the ambush by Swiftwater, and so on, and the actions of various other agents have led to this point being where the Resistance have decided to gather for whatever it is that is in plan. But she won't go too much into that yet. That's not to be said, or not for her to put into words until the meeting when Saji and Landry arrive, which will be in a couple of hours. But until then, and as it shows you around the kind of impressive extent, and like I said, there's probably as you guys get a sense for it, there's between what she describes as down here and maybe immediately adjacent and on the surface within Hut Hill and stuff. There seems to be about 5,000 Resistance here. Of whom you guys can sort of judge and tell are pretty potent, in the sense that probably about 50% are level 6 or higher, and sort of adventuring levels. So it's an army of 5,000, but more than much more so than that number would suggest in terms of raw manpower.
Nice.
Kind of as you explore around, it's obviously a mix. It takes all sorts, but you do get a strong sense of the number of the age of the Resistance. There seem to be a huge number of old adventurers from the days when Atlas was kind of all about it, all about groups of adventurers going, people who sort of enjoyed that before the Dawn took over, and now old men or women, or whatever race they happen to be. There's it's powerful, but few enough are young that there's kind of just a real sense that if the fight isn't won soon, it's like the time is working against the Resistance rather than for it. There's a huge number of veterans and that seem to be gathered here, but
Chris, did all dwarves go back to the mountains? Basically,
not all dwarves. In fact, at this point, I'm gonna paste the. I'll show you the mate, because at this point, you guys would have time and the opportunity to meet more or less all of these people.
Slept longer.
Save Saji and Landria, and many of them would be interested in meeting you if you should have bumped into them. So let me.
Yeah, I want to do some friendly greetings, get to know.
Paste. There we go. End of Armageddon.
I gotta practice my sparring, my combat flexibility.
Is generic foot soldier like a infantry type just level 1, or random ass army?
In the Dawn camp, for example, privates are level 1, corporals are level 2, sergeants are level 4, and then above level 4 is kind of commissioned officer level.
Yeah.
So the bulk would be kind of in the 1 to 4 kind of range.
I don't think
just illustration. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
So this is only named NPCs are named in here, and the rest of the Resistance is represented.
Talking cat. Who if I find a talking cat? Beck's fucking talking.
Kind of general ideas. Actually, okay. So apart from Morgan, actually, Morgan would not be hanging out. Morgan would not be hanging out. Saji and no, Beck never did.
That whole campaign we met them.
Yeah. Saji and Landria
did as well, though, but maybe I'm.
No. You guys have never met Morgan. Saji, Landria, and Morgan would the only three who would not be present yet.
Cleveland was also the guy. Cleveland was also the guy, right? Yeah. And Werble was also the guy.
Wait, Saji and Landry are on the top? something went wrong here. Hey, Lord Mr. Tharalon, I remember him.
Yeah.
And as you look at the specific, so everyone who is immediately directly below Sajin and Andrew is considered council. Like you'll even see the age kind of like thing I just mentioned is kind of represented there as well.
I remember Alec. Jesus.
Yeah.
Is Salandria who we met outside the spider pit?
No, that's not canon.
No,
They're
that's
kind of
not
the same
canon.
person. Don't worry about it. Bro.
What the fuck? They're completely different.
Was Landria not also? What was Landria?
Landry is a half elf fighter.
Yeah, but
Sword
she's sword and Landria was sword and board. That's right. Yeah.
Well, she was
she
originally
was also
dual
very
wield
vaccine.
short swords,
Yeah,
and then she
dual
went
wield.
to that because turns out there's not a lot of great feats for dual wield, in my opinion.
Ooh, there's a maybe they added some.
There's a few, but there's not. It's really not that great. I actually
Hmm.
much prefer the shield one. And again, the reason why she's alive is because she moved to shield.
I mean, that's a good reason to like doing that.
So
Dude, Andrew Morgan.
Who is the snarky
a few things to
contributor?
stand
Can I
out.
be-
Raistlin and Rune are here. And
Oh.
Wow.
listed.
Unreliable
The
ally,
fact that
huh?
they're listed as unreliable ally.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's pretty good. I'd rather
Dedicated
have
follower.
unreliable.
Dedicated follower of an unreliable ally, though.
Exactly, yeah. The fool or the fool who follows him.
Where are we getting this list, Chris? Come on, man. We're
Where's
big boys now. Where are us?
The party is in there
Are
with the
they?
Greybird.
Yeah,
Oh, we are?
Middle-ish, yeah.
The party, man. Why is it just the party? Where's individually?
Honestly, it was already getting wide, and like, it's not who you fucking are. You guys.
The party. I want to know.
Yes, you can click and expand that in your own minds.
I just want to know my objective.
Right? I want to know what I was.
Beck, overconfident barbarian?
Overconfident. I'm not even barbarian. I'm a fighter. What are you talking about?
I know. A brute.
Brute.
Overconfident brute.
Barbarian in this thematic
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
there is a helpful side.
Yeah, I mean, I'll chat with somebody.
Oh yeah, just as I'm sort of remembering things. So people, I mean, obviously Zoms is on here. None of you would have met Werble or Cleveland or any of the rest of that, like the logistics kind of crew yet. You've obviously met Arkessa. Arkessa has made friends with Oscar. You guys remember Oscar?
Oh,
He turned up and helped you guys out for a bit and then just disappeared. Well, Arkessa found him wandering, and for whatever reason, her sort of they seem, she seems to be the one he trusts. She has a sort of a connection.
Oh,
with,
that's good. Guy wouldn't talk.
Yeah, the guy who couldn't talk.
Yeah.
The sort of
Yeah, well,
like
he's
the
a
heart.
very
The
safe
situation,
man.
He helped us
the
clear out the
execution,
camp outside of Xandora.
Yeah, he kicked the shit out of people.
Wait,
and ran off.
I remember you. What kind of
You spot him. He kind of like hangs out with Arkessa. Like he doesn't really sort of follow her orders quite like this diagram sort of describes, but he's like she's the one he's sort of the closest to. He just kind of turned up to help.
I don't know
I
if
thought we. Again, I could be confused. But I could have sworn we met Werble.
No, I don't think you guys.
I think this is all your campaign.
You guys.
It was when we were it's when we were doing. We were heading south, right, where we went to the vampire thing. Remember when we met the vampire in?
Yeah, but that's old. People.
That's the old campaign. But
Yeah,
Deep
that
Tower,
was with
really?
the
Deep Tower. When we went to Deep
character.
Tower.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that's where your fight was.
No.
Beck.
No, my fight was in the vaults of all
No, that-
or whatever.
But we
But that
entered
was-
them through Deep Tower.
No, we didn't.
You almost did. You were on your way to. Basically, there was a specific point
Now
in
we
this
found
campaign
another
where you were like
entrance.
heading down here,
Yeah.
and you were deciding: do we go like deal with like Greybird's quest, like to go and investigate what's happening in the Dwarflands?
We played a lot of this.
And you just like found like a random
Yeah.
fucking tunnel, and we're like, oh, let's go into the dark.
Yeah. It's not about being like that. We were
Okay,
just
okay,
like,
okay.
You fought some bandits, like met like a druid. He was like bandits.
Yeah,
fought some bandits, and then just had a fucking trapdoor that went into some spider tunnel. And you were just like, fucking trapdoor into spider tunnel. Let's go.
Yeah. So it was like.
That was like a real sort of like there was a fork there, but no, you guys never went into.
So we played this campaign from like level 1 to 12 and then back to 1 to 16. Oh, that's fucking nuts. Actually.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Alright.
Um,
Anyway, yeah, I mean,
Anything else? So Oscar's turned up. Otherwise, on this list, you don't know. You guys don't know Andrew Morrigan yet.
No.
He was, just for the context for you guys, he was the commander who was in charge of the keep at Cragmarrow. When you met him as characters, and he was the one who gave you permission to like do a weird ritual in the basement. The first time Blackie died.
That's right.
Oh my god.
He had a connection with Lord Master Theralon and Bella and like
God, I remember Bella, yeah.
all that stuff going on up
Oh,
there.
it's interesting that Bella's not under him.
She's in the arcane school.
She's under Lawmaster Theralon. He's his own.
Kind of
he's
done by
also a
class.
member of the-
Wait,
the
Bella was a
council.
goblin? Oh, I didn't
Dude, I
remember.
remember Small John. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Small
Small
John,
John,
they're all from this campaign.
Yep.
Small John, man.
But
Oh my God,
Tanaka was
Sarah.
from like the noble, from Ghana Bane, right? Like, so she's.
And
We
then,
never met- we never met
Tanaka was
Volmac,
the paladin
though.
we met in the first campaign.
Very near the start of the first
We
campaign.
never met Volmac and Teresa, right? From Kaspari.
Tassara?
Yeah, you met Volmac. Volmac and Tassara are
We played as
Raceland and
them.
Rune's old
Oh,
party members.
okay.
Yeah, when we killed
So
the
there's
lieutenant or whatever.
some tension here in a sense that Raceland and Rune would technically have once been under Volmac, under Kaspari, and are now like their aid is sort of conditional on being under Lawmaster. I mean, you guys have like a couple of hours to sort of like get the details and gossip and kind of really unravel the sort of and meet everyone. So we'll talk through like more specific interactions, but these are the kind of things you're pulling out. It's like like the Raceland and Volmac are giving each other the evil eye across the room. Stuff like that. Stuff like that's going on.
Great
thing to happen.
Wasn't Alex's deal kind of shady as well? Wasn't he like blood magic or something? Something.
Alec
weird?
who?
You found him.
Alec,
Like, he was the one that you found in hell.
He was the demon
I mean,
battery.
his power-
I just found him.
his power
Demon Battery.
like
We
he
found him in
called,
hell being plugged up to Demon Battery, David. Don't you worry about
Basically, yeah.
Shitty,
Yep. We broke a gem
He
and it
didn't
turns
turn
out
out
we
to
were
be,
using the power.
he ended up escaping hell with you guys. Yeah,
He did,
Like,
yeah.
he was there the whole dragon back riding scenario and everything. Like he was
Yeah.
there for all of it.
He traveled in time
Carrying the
with us,
skies, a
all that
meteor
stuff, yeah.
crash landing. He was there for all of that.
Yeah, we also have traveled in time in this campaign before. I do remember.
Oh yeah, you were
12
stuck.
years.
You were stuck in time for a while.
Very much
You
so.
came out of hell and
Yeah.
like time had gone with.
Basically-
For me, sorting out that as you can see on the sheet, everyone's age is listed. That was like quite. I had to
yeah,
time
Jesus.
out quite carefully to figure out exactly how old all these people would be
Yeah.
at this point. Because it's
funny, 'cause
technically a lot younger than their age would suggest. They're like 12
Exactly,
years younger.
because
than
they
their age
were
would
born
suggest, because they were
12 or whatever years earlier, but they didn't
I
actually
had to account
deal
for
with
this.
those
I had to
years.
figure all this stuff
Yeah.
out.
Wait, so they're actually 12 years younger than that, like physically?
No.
No. As in if they like their birth. So Saji is 33, but his birth year was.
Okay, so he's
45 years
actually
ago.
45. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
The
an
bracket's like the
ancestor.
actual like biological age. Yeah.
Yeah.
David, you have
Alec
Alec
is one of the youngest
David,
council members.
David,
as
you
well.
didn't watch the 200 hours of VOD required watching before you joined this campaign. Oh my god, David.
But they're not even level 20. Come on.
If you're going to edit together all the VODs to make a supercut, right?
What about level 20?
Yeah, like
Well,
one base but
Saji and
this.
Landry are not even level 20. I mean, come on.
Yeah, well, we actually got upgraded since he had us
that's true.
us
We were
up
really
them
low,
to
right?
level 16,
Mm.
and now they're 18. So
And we were slow coming here, so they leveled up twice more for them. Man, those guys are
yeah.
fast. Alright, but yeah, I mean,
Well,
back-
he had us level them up to 16 when we started this campaign, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
the second
since
version.
then.
So
So as you the general sense you get is that a lot of clearly some kind of campaign or something is planned. The whole the philosophy of the resistance being very like no one meets anyone who isn't immediately their superior or below them. Like
they're all
that.
going to die.
Like everyone has been gathered into this place. Like there's a real sense of energy. No one's 100% sure like what the plan is. It hasn't been sort of like publicly disseminated, but there's a real like there's a lot of logistics are being focused for something big to happen.
Like theories floating around, people saying random shit. It's like,
Basically, everyone seems to think that like this is the start of like the rebellion. This is how
The open
we're gonna
rebellion,
turn back
yeah.
and like the leaders have decided this is the dawn where we but like
Fucking fire! Jesus Christ.
These guys are like the
no one's
guys-
certain of the details. They just kind of trust that it's been planned.
sure.
These guys are in charge of the teams. Like, how many people are like? How many grunts do you have basically? Like, how many people are in?
So there's a total of
Do you have
there's a
an
total
army?
of 5,000 or so resistance members in God's Hold overall. Most of whom are like in the sewer network at any given point, but some are sort of like up in Hut Hill or in God's Hold or whatever, like scouting, organizing logistics, that sort of thing. Grunt wise, like 50% of people are level 6 or higher. So like a huge proportion are powerful. And a lot of those are old adventurers from Atlas pre Dominion days, and it's the structure is. It's obviously a lot of these kind of branches go off to teams performing missions in blah blah blah. But that's sub networks below sub networks at a fundamental level. Like the resistance really does operate in teams of kind of like 3 to 6, like it's adventuring parties basically. It is kind of broken down like that, just at levels below, like in a sort of deep tree network. But nobody is like the vast majority of people here have like only ever met or had communication with like their commander and anyone that they were commanding. So like there's quite a lot of and they've been gathering for like kind of months and stuff here now. But that's the longest anybody's really been here is a few weeks or months. So there's still quite a lot of like wow.
We were one of the latest parties to arrive, basically.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
They're all waiting on us, yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I guess Sergi and Landry also kind of waiting on us, I guess, right? We get out and then they teleport in almost.
Yeah. So Sergi and Landry seem to have been like, once it was confirmed you guys were here, they then make their arrangements and teleport at it seems to be a security thing for them. Like they want to be here at the last possible minute.
Like after meeting most people, I wanna take Asican back aside for a second. Like,
what's up?
hey, so,
I'm gonna be alright 1 second while you guys chat.
There's this strategy meeting coming up, right? And I'm smart enough to know that Beck and we might be a little bit slower than most when it comes to big dogs. Is there anything you can brew up just to make sure we're up to speed on the conversation? Just to...
It might be good. I do have low warfare, you know what I mean?
I mean, you have a lot of experience. I'm not down
Yeah, I mean,
just for when other people are speaking about different subjects.
I was really hoping to take those shots.
Maybe I could, but the archives in my mind are being really slow. So give me a second to check what I can do.
But there's a lot to sort through. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's a very popular place out here.
Can we talk to these people on the chart?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I ask Raistlin and Rune if they found whatever gems and crystals they've been looking for on the island?
Okay, yeah. So you go and hang on. Raistlin just kind of like to that question just kind of nods, but Rune kind of fills you in a bit more about the kind of excitement. He seems a little on that particular topic. Rune seems a little. He comments as an aside to you that that was Raistlin's kind of big focus. He was Raistlin's a driven kind of guy, and he seemed very okay, gotta come to the island, gotta find these. And then after they bumped into you guys, he seems to have been distracted. He seems to have had something else kind of on his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Liched him,
and
is my guess.
That Rune was surprised when Raistlin decided, when they got wind that the resistance was gathering for this, Raistlin said that they were going to come and join the battle. Rune was he thought they were sort of done with the whole resistance thing.
Okay.
You kind of get that from chatting. I mean, more obviously if you want to chat. Rune is a real chatterbox.
So what do we get about them? Sorry, I didn't have my headphones on.
Oh, that was so Rune kind of gets the impression that Raistlin, that meeting you guys distracted Raistlin from the sort of the weird rock thing that he was currently, and despite the fact they did find the rocks, he hasn't really done much with them. He's he kind of seems to have been thinking about other things since they encountered you guys on the island, and that Rune was surprised that Raistlin wanted to come and join the resistance for whatever this is.
Crazy.
He thought they were just going to go.
They definitely do
find another cave of rocks or whatever.
Mention just to ASIC, very very quietly away from Raistlin, just say maybe they can keep that that item hidden from Raistlin. Both the ones, the Philosopher's Stone and the.
Aren't we on the same side here?
I mean, yes, but can you see his name tag? It even says unreliable.
All right, so yeah, okay.
Yeah, not all over the place.
Just hello, my name is Raistlin, unreliable ally.
Okay, all right.
It's not quite like that, but these are their reputation among the sort of people as you talk to the crowds.
So again, I've definitely in interacting with him a few times, he seems to eye items of power wantingly.
Okay, I mean, I see where you're coming from, but given that the Ender had the requirements to destroy, I feel like it might be relevant to whatever we're talking about. Should we
potentially
have that, or should we keep it on the download?
Those two again. Greybird knows, which means Saji and Alondria know.
I want to.
I would keep it there.
Okay. All right.
I just want to iterate real quick because I feel like you sort of dropped into the edition quite early David. And also, I think it's kind of fair that Asic would have like not immediately known what he was dealing with and would have kind of like taken the time to realize this. But you were sort of becoming increasingly aware that like the Philosopher's Extractor is an extraordinarily powerful like artifact, almost like apocalyptic level artifact. Like, you know, you've been traveling with the past, you know, powering these artifacts they have, and they're certainly strong, but like they're, you know, maybe the collective group of whatever their party's artifacts, since they all seem to be linked together, you know, are sort of like collectively a level above this, but individually certainly like it really is. Like, it's a kind of like you just came across an Infinity Stone, and again, it's honestly, there's a really strong sort of like connection to Bilbo finding the One Ring in it, just like in a cave. Like, sort of, you know, I mean, obviously you didn't just find it in a cave, it was being used by like a vampire lord, and there was like a lich that was raging a war on him to get it. And, you know, actually, when I sort of arranged that, I didn't really intend that you guys would necessarily get your hands on it. It was always an option, otherwise I wouldn't have put it on the map. But, like, you went through a pretty fucking... I mean, Beck died, right? Like, the fight you guys had to go through to be in a situation where you were able to legally loot that was a pretty insane, like, concurrent pair of battles. Like, so yeah, it's...
Good thing
it is, like, yeah, you... When Elandria warns you about Raistlin, I mean, opinion on Raistlin aside, like, it is certainly becoming apparent to you that, like, in the wrong hands, this could be, you know, a tool of serious, you know, it could have, like, serious, you know, powers for ill. It could, like, you know, upset the balance of all sorts of, like, this kind of thing can make a huge difference in a war. This kind of thing could, you know, upset the economy of a city. You know, the kind of destruction it can unleash, essentially, for power just generated out of the pure philosophy of the air is incredible. I mean, it's like a 25 item or something, right? Like that, you know, it tells us all we need to know about it. It is, it's really something.
28, yeah. Okay.
28 even, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, well, yeah, now you're getting... So, yeah, now you're getting a kind of, like, a sense for just how... This is not just, you know, any old sort of piece of treasure. You sort of knew it was a powerful alchemical artifact when you came across it, but as events have continued to unfold, and I think maybe even the fact that the Ender seemed to have a specific interest in destroying it is like, it's sort of revealing to Asic that, you know, this is you've come across something that needs responsible you know, you in a way like the sort of like the bearer of the Green Lantern's ring or whatever, you know. It's like, you know, there is no specific moral attachment that comes with this, but, you know, if you don't, you know, you could do a lot of damage if you don't manage this responsibly, right? It's like it's like, you know, you're sort of, I don't know, a child in an elementary school that's just found themselves in possession of a knife or something. It's like, oh god, I could do a lot of damage, or I gotta be very careful with this.
That's Asic with the toy. Perfect.
Yeah.
I actually love the fact that, because I hadn't read this before, how to destroy a Philosopher's Extractor.
Yeah, no, that's
insane.
So that's what the Ender came back with, right? Packed into, like, wrapped up in a package was sufficient parts and a Philosopher's Stone that would be required to destroy.
Of an Aeon, Angel, Archon, Azada, Daemon, Demon, Devil, Protean, and Psychopomp. Each of 14
it was all in like a specially made like leather backpack. Like they're probably even like labeled in like in their packages, just like wrapped meat. It's like butchered and just wrapped with like a Philosopher's Stone in like the compartment in the middle. Like just basically a perfectly designed thing for feeding into the Philosopher's Extractor to destroy.
What would happen if you fed a Philosopher's Extractor into a Philosopher's Extractor?
I don't think you can, because I don't think you could destroy it. I think it just wouldn't go.
I think there's only one, right?
It just wouldn't go. It's like,
right, but let's say you
into it.
Eventually, Asic creates time travel and goes back in time with the Philosopher's Extractor.
But I think even if you got to the fact that it's indestructible without that specific method means you couldn't feed it into itself. Like it wouldn't break down and destroy.
I enjoyed reading about those like individual creatures, so I have no idea what those words meant. When, like,
some of those I'm like,
there's
the
so
fuck
many
is a
like different types
Psychopomp?
Psychopomp's the fun ones. They're fucking weird.
So many different places.
I fully remember what they are.
Errata. And then the difference between a Daemon and a Demon and a Devil.
I only know Daemons from like the Golden Compass or Northern Lights, guys.
But
it's
so like, you know, you guys have the opportunity to meet
Yeah, what I want to do during those couple of hours is I want to
Sure.
specifically meet anyone I haven't met yet, but in the course of the conversation I want to like just test out like how they feel about the whole situation, and then if needed I want to give them like a little, like morale boost, try to spread hope around the room if need be.
Yeah.
Just also to be clear, like I've got the full council represented here, but otherwise, like this is not all the characters who are like sort of level 13 or 15 or whatever on here. This is the only ones that are on here are ones that have come up before in the past, such that I've given them a name as a DM and recognized their specific existence. There are other people like on this power level operating under. So, like for example, you see under Lawmaster Theralon, you've got Kaspari manages teams performing missions in Westchurch, of like, which Volmac and Tazara are one of them. And then, like, under that, he's also got, just Lawmaster under himself, has teams performing in Northwood and Falinar. Like, he would have a similar, like, Kaspari, and for, like, each of those two, who would have, like, individual teams. And Kaspari has, like, more teams under him as is kind of, like, represented there. So, like, Kaspari probably has, like, 6 or 7 total teams under him. And, like, that'd probably be, reasonable for, like, a top level. And each of those captains would have, like, sub-teams that they would, like, manage and stuff and blah, blah. It goes on and on.
Man, it's a big meeting greet, huh?
There's a big meet and greet, yeah. So, like, yeah, just because there's nothing really special about someone for having their like name on here, except for the fact they've come up before. There's other people of like this level of relevance who you would be able to meet as well. So yeah, there's loads of like obviously there's adventuring teams from like literally all throughout the Dominion, like broken down by region and by like command, and you can meet them and find out what they've been up to. You can meet obviously all of the commanders and stuff, and the council members would all be interested in meeting. Like you guys obviously you have a particular relevance. The logistics department, it's got some interesting characters. Werble and Zoms, they get along pretty well as a duo. Andrew is probably the straightest of like the council members in terms of being straight talking and sort of like he's a very like knightly and sort of honourable. He doesn't sort of, he doesn't smile much. Got a nice grey moustache, huge humor, but he seems all right. He's not a kind of like.
But like you say, like people are interested in meeting us. Like, what is their like? What do they expect of us? Kind of like when they like.
So all of the council members are aware of like Sandorix and like the fact that you guys have been on a quest to like get artifacts to empower to they're basically aware of that specifically.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily know the full details of like your rise in the resistance, or even necessarily how you got the artifacts, but they've got like the raw details about defeating Sandorix. That's not known by Cleveland, Arquetta, Andrew, Greybird, obviously, Lawmaster Theralon, and Alec. Not necessarily everyone else. So like beyond that, everyone else just kind of has like the impression that you guys are like there's definitely some legends about some of the shit you guys have got up to. You're sort of generally known as badasses.
That's good.
But otherwise, everyone else doesn't really seem to have the sense of like that you guys are sort of like key to the plan or anything. They just kind of know that you guys are like it's like it's sort of like we're generally well known through the resistance. That's not how the resistance works. But like since people have like been here, like it's kind of like and just like for the first time, rumors and talk and stuff are spreading. You guys are like known to have like kicked some ass.
Nice, dude. We have so much shit, Volmaka. Are you going around handing everyone +3 grading striking weapons? Like
basically, during the downtime, I might go over with. I guess would it probably be Werble, or would it be like that? I would just be like pawn out here. Here's some shit for the resistance, or Cleveland.
Cleveland. You got a load of stuff. Yeah, that'll be managed through logistics. Just send me a list of everything you want to give away.
There, Chris. What do you mean?
Where is it? Is it in chat?
In Roll20, yeah.
Alright, cool.
I mean, technically, it's everything from the below the Earth Elemental.
Everything below the Earth Elemental. Okay, I'll factor that in.
Dude, that's a lot of shit. We have ×9 +3 bonuses. My God.
Yeah. We have a lot.
Yeah, the skeletons are really
property rune on my weapon, but yeah.
What's that, Jacob?
I'm still missing one property rune on my weapon.
Yeah, I'm missing property runes.
Those are the things that we're missing now. We used to have a ton of property runes and not enough like +2s, +3s, and now it's the opposite. We're literally overflowing with +3s, and we don't have enough property runes.
And all that.
Maybe they have some.
Yeah. Okay, that's certainly gonna be. That's quickly disseminated.
Oh my god!
Do you give away your coins?
Yeah, I don't fucking. Yeah, why
I mean,
not?
probably a lot of it.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't think I would do all of
I don't know
it.
if they can do anything with it, right? Like we literally.
That's
can't do
true.
it.
I mean,
Like,
in general,
Wait, none
yes.
of you want the brace of armor type 3. That's crazy.
dude, yeah, whoever's getting that, they're
I
like,
already have those.
Oh yeah, of course you do. You got to.
Yeah, so no one else wants-
because you've got 2 pairs of these. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
lucky person's like level 20 item up for grabs. Fuck yeah! What do you mean? What do you?
Yeah. Okay. So we got some big.
Is that
We got
enough
some
experience to level us up?
Braces of armor?
It's all level 20, yeah, type 3, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, can you put runes on them?
Yes, right. They basically, yeah, right. Cause, right, I think so, right? Maybe I'm lying.
Mine something.
Oh no, maybe it said you can fix talismans to them that do light armor. Maybe you can't put runes on.
I don't think you have armor runes on.
Oh no, but they already have. What they have is the potency. Oh, okay, yeah. So you were thinking, basically, can you put property runes on it? I don't think.
Oh, so wait, the thing that they have-
they can't.
I mean, they cast basically they're basically like potency runes, but for.
Okay.
Yeah, but they aren't actually potency runes, right?
No, they aren't actually, but
No.
they give item bonus.
No, so I don't think you can put
numbers
runes
plus
on them.
3.
Yeah,
No,
just wondering. Just wondering.
I don't think you can.
no, you can't. I was actually double checking. They don't have the.
Yeah. But,
So, wait, but if we deliver all these weapons, we level, right?
Easy.
I mean,
Easy.
we're ready for it, aren't we?
yeah, not immediately, but yeah, you will level from this.
Yeah, I mean, back in general, to China people, I'm not really good at the, meeting greeting, but like, I kind of, anyone who comes up, I'll kind of, talk to, kind of thing.
Oh, but I was gonna ask,
Yeah, definitely
how
makes
important
sense
or how
when-
useful is gold to the greater resistance? I'm guessing fairly valuable because.
Yeah, no, extremely useful. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So I'll do, I don't know, 15k.
Yeah, at least, like, what the fuck do we do with money, right? Like, we don't buy shit.
Oh, we've used it a few times before.
Yeah, but are we gonna use it anymore? Like,
All right, 20k it is. We'll give him 20k gold.
Give him 20k
If we
gold.
need to grab a dragon.
If we survive this,
We'll
we
heal
get a
it.
nice little
Okay.
reward.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. You sort of dump all that in front of in front of Chief.
We're gonna shake the bag, some weapons come out, she gonna go, a few more weapons come out.
Hey,
the old
I gotta
man
ask, have any of you watched the movie Oscar with Sylvester Stallone before?
No.
First of all, fuck y'all, you should. It's hilarious.
Good fuck.
Because it reminds me of a specific scene from that movie.
I thought a classic scene, right? But like you,
It's
drop inside.
yeah, but it's just like
Oh,
every
everything.
something keeps coming. It just keeps coming.
Yeah. Grins with a cigar in his mouth, smoking at his age. What a fool! But somehow he keeps going.
Something else will kill, I'm sure.
And that's definitely notes. There's definitely going to be a significant bump in the old war effort. Goes and disseminate. Yeah, wow, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of.
Yeah.
So much.
But a lot
A
of
double level, but
Yeah.
you just make the rules badly.
So yeah, you guys hand in a bunch
get
of
a quick-
stuff, and yeah,
Well.
you guys, you chat around a bit. You get to make sort of small talk with whomever you would like on the list, and obviously go into the details that we did so far. Maybe one thing interesting of note is that you get to meet like the specific chain of command that you guys originally acted under. If you when Beck and Zoms walked into that prison to rescue Bromok and Leon, you guys were working under the orders of Callian, who was under Tanaka, Ganabane, who was under Andrew. So you meet everyone who was like directly above you in that in that interaction.
such a shame our first mission leader died in that forest.
So sad.
He would have been here.
So sad.
Tanaka, who manages Gale, would remember that because that's where it happened.
Yeah.
On a sad day.
Indeed.
I'll spend some
And we
time
lost
with
a
Tanaka
dog and a
loading
dog
that.
person and a crocodile person and
Lizard person.
So sad. So sad.
That's
So
the
abandoned
best way to think.
the zoo plans.
Yeah, the lizard person with the impossible name.
Imagine if
That's all
I played that fucking joke dog character for this entire campaign.
Be
Oh
funny.
my god. Can you imagine? I'm like coming back as a distinguished level 17 character, and I'm like, yes, I will ride my dog into the battle in the morn.
Imagine how tanky that dog would be now, though. Holy shit!
Oh man.
Wall dog.
Just
In another world.
David on
questions.
Okay, but when people are here, 2 hours will have passed.
Yeah.
And Greybird will sort of be discreetly gathering the, not like super discreetly, but not like a big gong isn't rung. He goes around one by one and sort of gathers the council members and you guys as well, and says,
I'll quickly give back and Leon what they asked for before. Load this thing.
Study potion. Oh, plus 3.
Like,
I want to get trained in law. Rebellion planning, because in the laws and intelligent based skill, I want to be trained in law rebellion planning, Chris. Okay.
Okay. Law. You okay? Yeah, sort of like
Oh my
law
god.
guerrilla tactics sort of
I
thing.
already have law warfare, so this is law. Yeah, good.
Okay, so it's like a specific it's a specific
Exactly.
You already have law warfare. Okay, so you go quite specific. You go law like guerrilla tactics, like small insurgency, taking nation from occupy. Like you go for that kind of specific like. Okay, yeah. I mean, what intelligence you have is it's pretty sharply focused around that for the duration of this.
I want to take lore meetings specifically.
You're
As a group, we don't make a fool out of
You
it.
have a lot of good body language.
Okay, you you're prepared to take notes. You got the
He's
minutes
got the
ready.
PowerPoint ready.
Yeah. Okay, so as you
this materializes a stenographer's keyboard. And...
So as you step into this chamber for the first time, it is a deep dark chamber with a round table surrounded by chairs, which with your law meetings strikes you as a good place to have a meeting. Round table surrounded by chairs.
Maybe like this one should be our chair. You should sit here.
So again, it's because that way there's no one at the head of the table.
You nod. Although Saji and Alandria are sitting together. It does. I think the first thing that would strike your characters upon seeing Saji and Alandria for the first time is their youth. Given that you've just spent like a bunch of time amongst like a considerably sort of aged resistance.
Yeah.
The fact that the two in charge are in their 30s. So I mean, especially since you guys are older than I think most of the party is older than that, except maybe the rat.
Nope.
No, you of course you're young. You're like a teenager, aren't you? Or maybe in your early 20s.
I guess I'm like the same age.
Yeah, but
No, I'm younger than that.
Yeah, I'm like 34, so I'm basically like Derek. Like,
Okay, yeah, so they're basically
right
your
now.
age, like
Yeah,
33
yeah.
or 37. I don't know if anyone told them.
I'm
I
saying
have a
we
feeling
don't
something might have been like your
meetings.
40s or whatever, but
17. He
I've
probably turned 18 during the campaign.
I've been aged pretty heavily by what I've seen. Chris,
Sure.
but I am.
so Sachi and Alandria.
Yeah.
You're a bad early 30s.
But yeah, compared to the ages of the rest of the council members sitting in the room, it stands out that they are relatively youthful.
You got to show the pictures, right? To at least basic.
The pictures.
Yeah, what are they?
Yeah, he doesn't know what Saji is. Yeah, I guess you don't even know what race Saji is and shit, right? Yeah.
Or like
Wait, where do I? Okay. Old characters.
Yeah,
old characters from campaign 1.
They're not necessarily in everyone's journals, are they? Oh no, they should be in journals, all players. If you go into the old characters...
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't. I see Saji. I don't see Alandria.
Alandria... Oh yeah, in players' journals, just Josh. All players, there we go.
Get fucked, kids.
No, feels bad.
Saji's a nerd. Little nerd.
You're a
Yes.
fucking nerd.
Alandria's got like the same fucking war paint on her head basically as me. What the hell, I just realised.
Got the glass.
Yeah, a lot of
Stop,
war paint
cat.
respects.
We've both got like this war paint on the side of the face. Yeah,
Alandria is a
classic. Go on,
cool
fight.
man.
Oh yeah.
Blunder's what? She's not that old.
You didn't want to repeat that, did you, Leon? It hurt you to say that.
I was like, why did you say the person?
I've been thinking about this, and
only a few years.
I have a
ago,
feeling
so I can
Leon
say it.
and Elandria would hit it off in terms of like just become not like a romantic thing, but like
Oh.
they would get along well.
Maybe.
Mm.
Well, I was going to say, as
Everybody
soon
got
as
it,
Leon
yeah.
sees Sergeant and Andrea, you can hear like a big gasp, and like he runs towards them, and he kneels like next to
Fanboy. Oh my god.
Elandria.
Oh my.
Brahmak full.
I give him like a
Slow
look.
chill,
Like,
slow chill.
Like I throw back the cloak and
Did
everything.
he take
maybe,
all
like,
meetings? This is where.
I'll
This is
put
not a
my
cult,
hands
dude.
on my knees and everything, and I'll be like, I'm Leon of Ruston.
Oh god.
Years ago, you
I kind of like whispered.
when the invasion happened to you, you saved my life. The army was incoming. I couldn't even raise my own weapon. And then there you were. I clearly remember your faces. I owe you my life. And you shall have it.
He's got a
It's
knife.
sort of like fitting, considering where we are. And I kind of like just like bow my head.
There's like a momentary pause. To go in front of both of them. Just like you could just go in front of both, like over both of them.
Yeah, like look at both of them and then bow my head back down.
Like.
At that moment, a hitherto unregarded small white cat with a dark leather collar that had been seemingly asleep on the chair next to Saji, without opening its eyes, says, "Well, don't make it awkward or anything."
I kind of like. I apologize. My knowledge of these things should have.
Gosh, Tom, feel free to roleplay Saji and Alandria in this situation. By the way, for the moment, I've got
God,
to
it's been
roleplay them
so
leading
fucking long.
them leading the meeting because obviously you guys don't have the meeting. You don't have the PowerPoint notes, but you guys can respond to. You guys can decide the response to in this situation.
There's no need for this.
Just stand up, please.
I kind of raise my hands and just give another bow and like.
Morgan
I'll just
snorts.
stand back.
I look at back. Do we all need to do like?
I just like kind of raise my hand like, oh, hey.
Yeah, it's not quite so like
What
in the
else,
sense that like
please?
everyone is kind of funneling into the room at the same time. It's not like just the group of you and the two of them, so it's not like so immediately awkward. It kind of the moment kind of passes. Everyone sort of like finds their way to a seat.
Just so you know, I've replaced the cloak with a blood red cloak again, just so people can.
Even though
makes
you like,
sense,
it's like,
yeah.
okay.
You know, I've got the butterfly wings
Cool.
out and proud.
Oh yeah, I'm still not wearing any armor or weapons, obviously. But that's good. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, and as you guys, as everyone is seated and the sort of hush descends on the room, everyone's kind of impatient to get started. Elandria stands up and says, "Thank you, Bird," and says, "It is truly good to see so many friendly faces in one place again. It has been far, far too long. Decades since I've seen some of you. While we've communicated, it hasn't been the same. Rather like a pandemic has just ended or something."
Fitting.
Fitting indeed. I want us to take it as a mark of just how far we've come, that we feel secure in meeting like this today. The efforts that we have taken against the Dawn have been relentless, and they have been effective. And now we have taken things far enough that we are prepared to take our little project, a little disparate group of people who want to make the world a better place, and then take it to the next step. She kind of like glances down at Saji, who stands up, not getting any taller, and sort of clears his throat and waves his hand through the air. And as he does, in a sort of like almost sci-fi style, a holographic-ish, in this case, illusory map but rendered in light, translucent, so it can kind of be easily seen from all angles at the table, of the entire Dominion. Sort of glows before you, twisting, turning, and sort of zooming in like sort of zooming in on a constellation. Eventually alighting on the northwest corner of the whole thing. Basically, Westchurch, Falinar, and kind of like Northwood, and the closer parts of like the central regions and so on. And having cleared his throat, Saji says, through the efforts of certain agents, particularly one Kaspari Kaspartum, and he kind of nods towards like where Lordmaster Theralon is sitting, as sort of like a well done to you and your subordinate sort of way. We are finally in a position to strike hard and permanently here at the Dawn, in this their most disconnected and weakened province. He highlights the kind of the key locations and says, of course, all of this is in aid of allowing us to safely assault the ziggurat in Falinar, and the general location of the ziggurat glows, so that we can, without contest, resurrect Euclid Longears and bring, gesturing towards the group of you, your artifacts to bear against the Husk of Sandorix, forever denying him existence in this plane ever again. He nods. The map kind of refocuses and shifts towards Godshold. He says, to that end, we will need to secure a vast tract of territory and hold it while the operation takes place. The geography is fortunately on our side here. The Grey Rock Kingdom which is all for you, David, if you don't keep up with the names perfectly, is everywhere down here where the names are in blue, is still considered impassable. The Dawn will not pass their troops through there for fear that whatever befell the dwarves may be triggered to befall them. That leaves the forest of Northwood and a very small gap. It is difficult to reinforce this area, and we shall make it more so. The river is a natural ally in this situation. So step one will be to secure a stronghold on the east side of the river. Godshold being the obvious choice. We will strike at Fort Daybreak through a secret network of tunnels connected to the sewers. All of us will overwhelm the Dawn present there in a sudden and surprising attack, and with that action, the fort will be ours, and what other elements of the Dawn exist in and about the city will crumble swiftly. From that point, step 2, with Godshold secure, will be to take the major military strongholds immediately adjacent in the area, those being Fort Roshan, Fort Kongor, and Fort Nashor, and they kind of like highlight along the northern border of Westchurch and Falinar, as he names them one by one. It says, tactically at this point, we need to consider that with our fewer numbers, a smaller territory is easiest to defend. Therefore, we will make no plans to occupy Swiftwater or Fort Roshan. We will send units to annihilate the garrisons there, and destroy the bridge at Swiftwater, so that it can't be used to cross the river. And then our main forces will take Lape and Forts Kongor and Nashor in step 2 and occupy them. From this position, we will be able to completely repel any attempts by the Dawn to cross the river by mundane means. While we will be significantly fewer in numbers to the forces they can bring to bear, our fortress in Godshold will be impenetrable to them in the time frames that we're talking about here, and at the same time, that will be able to prevent any forces from crossing the river nearby, while small skirmishing forces can roam the opposite banks and respond to any invasions in kind. In theory, even with smaller numbers, we will be able to control the bridges at Lape and the opposite shore to the extent that no large forces will be able to cross once we control God's Hold, Lape, Forts Kongor and Nashor. Sorry. I keep only saying Lape. Cambia as well is also included in this plan. I just keep forgetting to mention. That's me, Chris, talking, not Saji talking. Saji remembers. We've been planning this for months. With the area sufficiently locked down and the river under control, we will be free to take any remaining military targets in the area. We will engage the mercenary army from AIM in open battle if they come forth, or we shall besiege them and the forces in Swelvain in their fortresses. It is known that there is only a limited garrison in Swelvain. It is almost negligible, but there is a significant mercenary presence garrisoned in the old castle at AIM. That will be the single toughest nut to crack in the entire campaign. If they decide to remain in the old castle, then we will be able to keep them there and take the ziggurat and do as we wish with it. It is unlikely that they will do so. As far as we know, the garrison is there specifically for the purpose of defending that ziggurat. It's stationed to be a large force nearby, ready to prevent any such thing like this. So they will probably move to engage us in open battle soon after the rebellion begins. It's possible that we will meet them on the field of battle between Fort Kongor and AIM, somewhere on the border of Falanar. If they act later, we may meet them outside the castle. If they decide not to move, then the advantage is all ours, and we don't have to worry about it so much. With those objectives in mind, as I hinted to a moment ago, we will be theoretically able to move on the ziggurat without any significant Dawn presence, able to move to counter us. We'll be able to take our time, the few days it will take potentially to resurrect Euclid, and to explore the full nature of the ziggurat and whatever difficulties may be encountered there, and face Sandorix and defeat him. It should be sound. Beyond that, it is difficult to say at this point. Whether or not we are able to sustain those positions will depend on the resistance that we see from the Dawn at that point. If they yield their superstition and move through the Grey Rock Kingdom, they could theoretically move a significant force against us, but the river will still be difficult to cross. If they seek to come at us from north of the river, they will have to get a significant force north of the forest, which is something that they have never yet been able to do, and the forest resists the presence of the devils in this land quite strongly. It would not be easy for the Dawn to march a large force through any part of Northwood. They would have to go the very furthest distance around, which would stretch their supply lines very, very thin. There would be other opportunities for us to disrupt that presence. It would be likely untenable. That said, if they are able to bring a significant force to bear through the central lands and reinforce it through that small gap between Northwood and the Dwarven lands, then with our few numbers, the position would quickly prove untenable. We think we can't necessarily win a protracted military campaign here unless the area proves inaccessible to them in the long run. That is it. Are there any questions? And of course, indeed, there are some serious tacticians here, and the conversation quickly devolves into the kind of nitty-gritty details of supplying sieges and attacking towns. Saji has, within whatever magic he has brought, I guess all of you are familiar with magic enough. I think everyone has some kind of knowledge of spellcasting and at least a sort of plus 20 or whatever. Saji is using some kind of ring that seems to have a series of images or maps or whatever stored in it to produce these images on the table. Kind of shows off intelligence that has been gathered from documents labeled with stamped with forsworn seals, so from way back in the day, showing the layouts of all of the relevant fortresses and so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean, the conversation quite goes to that quite quickly, but it isn't overwhelming. Like there would be an opportunity for any of you guys to get questions in if you have thoughts or anything you want to ask about exactly what's.
Eventually, if it hasn't been brought up yet, I'll say towards the east, the devils of the Dominion have been working towards exploring the unknown. Is there any fear of them having reinforcements in the west?
Saji addresses that. Saji, the activity in the east, specifically, is being built out towards where the devils know the gates of hell to be in the physical representation of the gates of hell. That is a significant threat recognized by the resistance, and ultimately probably the thing that needs to be stopped if the occupation is to be ever truly ended, or at least if that road is ever properly completed and there's ever a well defended connection that can just be kind of used with impunity between the gates of hell and the Dominion. It'll become a lot harder for that. At that point, it's almost game over. That's another way in which the resistance is kind of facing a ticking clock. That no one really has a serious solution to that to offer right now. But if that would be a target if a campaign of warfare were able to be sprung up that we could reach down there. But obviously, we're in the opposite corner of the world right now, so
yeah.
That's that would be the final target, I suppose. Would be stopping.
I mean, Beck seems a bit glazed over after it, even though he's really trying now.
No, you got your knowledge. You understand it all perfectly.
I understand it all, but it's still
I know.
I understand. It doesn't mean it interests me.
Meetings and meetings.
So as the allocation of forces is discussed,
that bit of it.
As the allocation of forces is discussed, it comes out because that does become a significant part of the conversation, given that the people who understand the forces best are sort of represented in this room. The question of how to deal with certain point comes up. It is suggested by Andrew Morrigan that in order to make sure that that there is the strongest concentration of numbers is focused on the sieges where and in conquest where it's intended and occupation is subsequent occupation is intended that only a small elite force should be sent to Swiftwater and then on to Fort Roshan to neutralize the Dawn garrisons there. But then move on with that occupation. Basically, because he's the one who manages, the kind of the most elite strike units, or at least I mean none of them nearly would obviously be on the same level as you guys, but you guys have kind of been up and comers in recent times and haven't really had your position evaluated within the resistance recently. Sure. You probably would be one of his elite strike teams. When they
start talking about allocation, I mean I'll kind of feel a bit I don't know if we're still under Great Berating, but I mean I feel like I kind of nod you. We hit pretty hard and fast.
He nods and says that's exactly what I had in mind. I thought you, supplemented by 2, perhaps 3 of my commander units, would make short work of the garrisons at both Swiftwater and Roshan. You could do it in a matter of days. You could move faster than a larger unit.
Yeah, no problem at all.
The only question remains: how would the bridge be destroyed? That would require the work of a significantly larger group than we would be sending, even capable as you would be of defeating vast numbers of Dawn. A bridge is a mechanical problem, not a question of tactics.
But it's a mechanical problem.
Yes, yeah. We've got someone of a mechanical mind. Kind of push forward, Asik.
Yeah,
he will travel with us. He might come up with a solution.
Chris, Yeah, how big a bridge are we talking? I mean, we've crossed.
Yeah, what kind of a bridge we talking
Yeah.
about? I haven't been there.
Fair question. So these rivers are the ones that are like actually marked on the map.
Yeah.
Are the ones that are like sort of kind of minimum a quarter of a mile across. Like they're huge. So this would be like a multiple arch, like stone. Like a huge, like probably 20-foot wide, like stone, like thing, like a long one. It'd be a very solidly constructed bridge. Well, obviously you don't need to destroy the whole thing to render it unusable, but you would like want to do, you want to do significant damage. And yeah, bridges are difficult to destroy. They're built to stand up. That's what they do.
That's why you were looking at structures.
Can confirm.
Do we know how many supports it has?
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head, but like, it'll be a usual number for like a sort of like a large bridge in like that period for like the width of the river at that point, which is it's basically a quarter of a mile wide. It's kind of it's a narrow point.
It's like
it's like 1,200 feet of bridge, like 400 meters or 500 meters, something like that. No, 400 meters. About 400 meters. Yeah.
Okay.
Like 400 meter, like 20-foot wide. So
actual stone one. Okay.
Yeah, like 7-meter wide stone bridge. So you suggest like you nudge ASIC. ASIC, you kind of like consider that. One thing that would like have been announced in like the general plan that I completely forgot to mention is that the plan is for this to take place in 1 month.
Oh, okay.
Today is the 1st of September.
In a month.
The 1st of September, the assault on God's Hold. Step 1, the assault on God's Hold is planned to take place 1 month from now.
But it would be like simultaneous idea.
Missed opportunity to start it.
Well, no, so step one is attacking God's Hold. Everyone here would be involved in that, and then step 2 would be like arrange into units, and some would go to conquer and occupy Lape, some would go to conquer and occupy Cambia, and then so on to Kongor and Nashor, and then meanwhile you guys would go to Swiftwater and then to Roshan.
Cambia
is south of God's Hold.
Oh yeah, okay. So that's okay. So that's interesting. Over the river, but still on our land. That's interesting. I know dwarves. Why did they not want to have their border be on the river up there? So the poor town's so isolated.
I think I had a reason when I originally. I think it was because the dwarves don't care so much about above. So in my head there was like some ancient treaty there where like the humans were just like able to sort of take more on that side of the river because the dwarves were less focused on. They were more focused on the mining rights over here. Yeah, that's what it was. They were more focused on the mining rights of these mountains over here. So like, they took all of that, and the humans. But man, I remember this is in my head like years ago, man. But I remember drawing those lines and thinking that as I was doing it.
Crazy.
The reason for it. Just
the
so
historical reason.
Like, what's the reason for it like being in a month?
Yeah, I also
just
because like that's like logistically how long it's gonna take for like everything to be fully ready, like for all the teams to be like equipped and like have their plans explained to them and like assigned and just like the supplies ready to like go to places and stuff. Like, this is the first time that like the council has heard like the kind of the plan in its full sort of detail, so like everyone kind of has to go away and prepare for it. That's the sort of the month of
I assume normal activity will be happening continually for the month, just so suspicion doesn't get like aroused. Like the rebellion won't stop.
Absolutely, yeah. Sure. Like it's been planned. There's still like some number of teams active, like doing a heck of a lot of work to like make up for the lack of people currently in like other parts.
I'm not showing those teams.
That's been assigned. Yeah, like
I've met 1 or 2 skilled alchemists and craftsmen in the morning. I'm sure if we put our heads together, we can figure out a way to pull up a bridge.
Like Warble says that you should you're gonna be assigned to, or for this downtime period at least, you'll spend part of your time assigned to Zoms and his special projects. There's bound to be something in there that has bridge and explosions in the same sentence.
Looking forward to it. All right.
Okay. Yeah. So, does anyone else have any questions that they would like to raise about the plan?
I feel like I forget. Like, do we know so we know like the Dawn, but do we have like a profile on specific people in the Dawn who like?
Yeah, absolutely. The Resistance is very aware of like who who the like leadership are of various branches of the Dawn.
Yeah, I don't think Beck has any knowledge. So he'll want to like basically like this is the person I must kill and like be like
you can find out
Immediately.
you can find out about Arvin Raven Knight and all of the different generals and Commander Doomazin and like who's the leader, and then Xavier, who's the sort of obviously the demon lord, who's the he's not really Dawn, he's more like leader of the because Dawn is specifically the like the militaristic arm. The leader of the Dawn is Commander Doomazid. And then there's like various like generals and stuff who command the various subgroups and so on. And I think there's like a document somewhere.
There is, okay.
Does Saji have like little profiles
is
or
it
like
pinned here? The order, if you go to like the pinned messages from 15th of January 2001.
Jesus Christ, okay.
In the channel. Scroll all the way down.
Put his handout in the Wall 20. You can put this thing in there.
You would know.
Wait, where is it? Wait, 20.
Go to End of Armageddon and scroll all the way to the bottom of pinned messages.
Oh, the Order of the Dawn.
The Order of the Dawn one?
Oh, okay, so basically this stuff. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, you would know that much. That's like, and I mean, there would be some more granular information.
Okay. But Beck had like never heard even anything really. Like he probably heard Doomazid, but apart from that, he'd never heard of any like the other generals. So he takes it all to it. Who would be the one who'd be like most likely to get involved in this aspect of the world? Who would be like, I don't know.
Given that it's going to be open rebellion,
diplomacy.
Probably too late for diplomacy, right?
Probably the
Inquisition.
Inquisition, I guess, right as well.
The Inquisition as well as the administration are probably like them. And given the proximity to, I mean, God knows what the
diplomatic
dwarven ones, the diplomatic ones are doing. Now, I mean, you got some of intel. They're basically the ones investigating what's going on. They're present. They could potentially be mobilized.
Okay, cool.
Almost any combination, to be honest. Like they've never faced an rebellion before.
And they don't have the same sort of like kind of location.
Yeah, they might even rearrange their command structure to handle an open rebellion because it's not managing a country at that point. It's a kind of
But it also like there's like regions and settlements, for instance, like it says here, are like flight over by like military officers. So like, can I also like?
That's all that.
Who is
go to the world info thing.
Oh my god!
Really? Yeah, that.
Like for each settlement, you can. For every settlement, you can see which.
Thank God, I actually clicked the original one as well. Jesus Christ!
For every settlement, you can see which
Dawn
commander is.
Pages, Chris, my God.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like it's not actual pages. Like this is one page per thing. Like, most of them are very short.
Okay. Oh, this one does have a bit. So God's Hold, I guess.
There's Oh, you're looking for West Church.
West Church, okay. Oh yeah, so Colonel Moore, okay.
Actually, technically it isn't Major Pleathor Swiftwater anymore, that's the one you killed. But,
I'll get fucking wrecked, take his name out of here. Okay, and especially can I find out, like, who is... Does this also have the force? Like, for instance, we've been told eventually we'll be attacking Swiftwater and Fort Roshan, so, like, Swiftwater is here, but, like, Fort Roshan, do we know who would be in, like, the head of the garrison?
No, there's less good information about specifically who commands them, because, like, they're not civilian areas, you can't just kind of go and poke them.
Fair enough, yeah.
And, obviously the fort and the town isn't either, but it's
Yeah,
I
get you.
You can't go and just find out what the command structure is up there so easily.
Okay, sure. But Colonel Moore, he's my target. Okay.
I want to also ask. In my experience in the Resistance, we've always seemed to be one step behind the enemy. Now, since I've been here, I've been assured that all of this has been kept under wraps, and the Dawn have no idea. How expected is it that during this month's preparations, that the plan will have not been discovered?
We have the Dawn in... This is Sadri speaking. We have the Dawn in a uniquely disadvantaged situation here in Westchurch that they have remained in for months without addressing. We've killed significant portions of their command structure. You actually were responsible for a large part of that. Good. Several times, actually. We kept getting the reports. they were often replaced with less competent officers, or divisions were merged into groups of larger oversight with less ability to be directly managed. It's all a bit of a mess for them here at the moment. There was a time when we could never have made it down to the sewers, without being discovered by regular spot checks, and now they mostly reside within Fort Daybreak and send out only few fleeting patrols into the streets of the town. The Godsold is almost already ours, you could say. It's likely that we'll be able to maintain this level of activity without anybody knowing anything, and if we are discovered, we are keeping an eye on the presence of Dawn in various locations and movements, and everything indicates that we have sufficient forces to contest what military assets the Dawn has in this part of the world. Significantly, more than we need in some cases, actually. Depending on how powerful those mercenaries turn out, the Dawn may not put up a huge amount of a fight.
That'd be a shame.
Well, you'll have all the fun at Swiftwater and Roshan.
That's true. Man, a month though. I can't imagine the other snacks would be boring.
Well, think of it in a positive way. Our plan might get discovered and the timetable will have to get moved up.
Yeah, but that's not basically.
This is just the two of you talking to each other.
Yeah.
Like that conversation going on.
That's not something I would think myself to silly, not you.
Sorry, what did you say?
That's something I would have thought I'd think, not you.
Yeah, I was not being serious.
Oh. Shame. Yeah, I think I don't have anything else. I'll just kind of, ask, maybe small question, but nothing in particular. I just went there's
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you guys kind of get the details about exactly what objectives will need to be taken.
Leon was
I haven't planned them all completely myself yet, but
we've
what
got
objectives need to be taken in.
Meeting, right? Of
course. He's got meeting notes. So Leon, you are Leon, with your knowledge of meetings, you are very, very impressed by Saji's ability to run a meeting. Saji is clearly a professional.
He's got legendary law meetings.
Saji's not all charm, apparently.
Yeah, in addition to what's stored in there's paper copies of documents as well that had not yet been disseminated, but now ready to go, and now the plans are ready to be disseminated amongst all the troops and everything from today. It's no longer embargoed, so there's significant numbers of paper copies of everything ready to diagrams and in places ready to show people and explain it to people, so you guys can get maps showing you guys where the sort of major military objectives are in Swiftwater, and the layout of Fort Roshan and how you might breach it and stuff, and start planning around that.
Just give me these maps.
Yeah, you otherwise, I mean, the meeting kind of it doesn't really adjourn officially. People just kind of start leaving in ones and twos to go and do things and prepare while people are still sort of talking. But yeah, eventually people start leaving and moving away.
After the meeting is, over, in quotation marks, I want to catch Elandri and Saji on a quiet moment. Possible.
God.
Okay, yeah. It's just
approach them
What
and
a
be
simp.
Listen, I'm sorry for that outburst earlier. It's just... that was a very dark time of my life, and I suppose you guys kind of represent the light, the turning around of that moment, and I never thought I'd meet you again. I mean, in fact, I never knew you were amongst the Council of the Resistance, so to see your faces, it just kind of brought back a lot of emotion.
Well, that is good to hear.
You guys do a heck of a job, I'm sure.
Well, thank you. You have done us many massive favors as well. Good job.
Hopefully we'll continue on that track. Great presentation, by the way. And I kind of just move myself.
Pop marks all around.
Actually, as Saji says the words "good job," the ring automatically and little green fireworks kind of go, and it's damn it. stupid setting was.
That off, yeah.
What's up?
Okay, I'd turn to Greybird when, like, starting up to get ready to leave and be like, sort of like us.
She's kind of, like, sort of resting, slumped, like, in her chair, her age, her staff sort of across her lap.
Yeah, I'm like, so it seemed like at least a lot of people were still doing, like, day-to-day rebellion stuff for the month. Is there anything planned for us,
Yes, interesting you should ask. Come, gather the others and come aside for a second.
Hey, I call over the way he's like, professing his undying love for them. Come over here.
Oh, excuse me.
Get away from those guys. Yeah, I gotta gather one around.
The magic land you inside, you're like, oh, finally.
Yeah. Awkward silence. Yeah, I guess we like step outside. It's like I'm sure that like loads of fucking smaller meeting rooms and everything, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty extensive.
I wasn't sure if she wanted to like say anything.
Yeah. No, she takes you somewhere like
Sweet.
more aside.
They all have they have all like names on all the meeting rooms, right? Like
exactly. Through a co-working space.
Yeah, exactly. This is we have flex space for object. Like here we just
here's a hot desking room. No, you find a side room. I mean, everything is like it's been reconstructed and remodeled significantly, but it is just kind of adapted from an old sewer network, and that that does show. But significant work has been more than just like putting up boards and like stuff to walk over the wet. Like the walls have been remodeled and rebuilt and stuff in like certain areas quite significantly to accommodate the Resistance HQ.
Sure.
So yeah, you guys find an area, and she says, there is a potential fly in the plans that Saji and Andrew and I have been made aware of that we didn't want to alarm everyone with if it could be resolved quietly, because it sounds really worse than it might prove to be.
Well, we are
always been problem solvers.
Well,
quiet people we are.
Well, the crux of not the crux, but one of the final steps of the execution of the plan is, of course, to bring back Duke did Long Ears to life at the final gathering at the Ziggurat of Sandorix, before we. Anyway, a spirit, one might say, has taken an interest in him. There is a god, not one commonly worshipped in these lands, or indeed on this plane, but elsewhere in existence, is known by the name of Set. There's very low chance, but you guys can GR me like religion checks if you want.
Baby,
like an Egyptian pantheon.
How do you do GR again in this?
I might even try the religion.
Like a toggle somewhere on your character sheet.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant blind roll.
Yeah, no, there's no blind roll. Just do a GR. It's fine.
The League of Legends shop?
No, not there.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it's unlikely, but hey, okay. Oh yeah, Bromok. I don't know. You got some weird, some weird tale of like some outlandish stuff in your head. You are broadly aware of Set, the Lord of the Dark Desert. You don't know a huge amount about him, but you do know that he's some kind of god of the afterlife to some people. To the Assyrian pantheon, I guess you would know that from your knowledge. You're not really sure who worshipped them. Anyway, Greybird describes a royal spirit of a royal wraith of Set that has taken an interest in the spirit of Long Ears and will, in all likelihood, attempt to prevent him from being restored to life, and instead demand that he move on to an appropriate afterlife. While of course we don't object to the general, actions of gods of death in this manner. we do rather need Long Ears, and he intends to return for his own purposes. So this creature must be dealt with.
But it's not a god we gotta deal with, just something that works for a god.
No,
This is lackey.
a specific creature I could describe in some detail.
God, the slinkers. I don't see.
Very well. How would you go about defeating? How can I
Which
best?
has no life. How would you kill it?
Are we gonna do
Okay,
exorcism?
yeah.
Like, am I getting this?
I hope not. I can kill it with a sword, right?
She tells you, well, I can tell you...
Oh, damn it.
Oh, I have to log in again? So give me a second. Basically, yeah, I mean, she can describe to you in almost perfect detail. I mean, Greybird knows a lot about these things. Like, what this monster is and what its abilities are, so I'm just going to show you. But she can't really tell you about where you will fight. You would have to fight it, because it would be some kind of, like, plane of its, like, demi-plane of its, like,
How do we get there?
ritual, obviously.
Oh, my bad. Well, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think I've changed
Obviously,
anything.
duh.
Just send us
I'll
away.
just paste this here.
Do we have the means of casting this ritual right here, or do we have to go somewhere?
Jesus fuck.
It could be performed here.
Fucking 5 AC, Jesus.
Creature 20.
I hate when people have like 45 AC.
Like,
So
Leon,
annoying.
That piece of shit.
Like it's like if I was having to attack Leon, I just wouldn't. Just be like, fuck it, he lives.
You shoot a lot.
Because it's like
He gets to
they're
live
higher on my
today.
first roll.
He gets to live today.
Wait a second, it's 1,000 feet aura.
That's pretty big aura.
Oh my god, so
Oh my
bleak.
god.
Yeah.
Necro is plus
40 to say.
24.
Jesus, it just kills
Become
13 and
doomed.
lower.
Nah, good to win on 6-0, don't worry about it.
Fucking hell, man.
Got 36 to hit, by the way.
What's that?
Got 36 to hit, so he can crit me quite comfortably.
Yeah.
He
A 10
can't
or
not.
more.
He almost hits me on that one.
Fingers, death, massacre, harm.
Yeah. Because it would be a
Man, this is-
37,
this
but
is
now
very-
would take it
If
from
you, don't, if you don't
successive.
have a number after the innate, then it's just one, right? Like if it just says finger death, it means that you don't.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. At
Conscious
will, if it says at
invisibility.
will,
Oh,
can be
no.
as many times.
They can see you, bro.
True seeing
Yep.
at all times.
Constant.
It's,
Well, again,
I mean, not
so it's the
necessarily.
whole.
Counteracting.
No, see invisibility sees invisible. It doesn't have to do counteract check.
Well,
It's very different.
That makes
maybe,
you
yeah.
conceal.
That's mostly
Makes you
talking about
conceal.
choosing.
It
It
lets you
makes
see,
you,
like,
exactly. You're concealed.
like the
So it's
shape
still
of
good,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. There's
I was
like a
mostly meaning
decent
just true seeing. It wasn't even considered seeing visibility, actually.
Oh yeah, choosing
Yeah,
it that they
choosing
can
is
counteract it. Then if they
contracting,
counteract
yeah.
it, then they would see you completely normally, I guess.
Yeah.
vibe. Correct.
Right, so she just describes incredibly horrible monsters.
Yeah, but basically from the kind of like perspective of like, do you think you guys could beat this thing?
Great.
Like, it's-
No problem. Sounds doable. It's maybe I'll need again. Do you have any of those things you just?
to prepare.
You said we need to put on a weapon that makes it hit ghosts.
Yes.
Because yeah, we can supply those. I was thinking maybe if we schedule the ritual. I mean, I can gather the ritualists. Floor Master Theralon will know how to get proficient people without raising too much suspicion. If we arrange for it to be done in 1 week, 2 weeks, how long will it take you to prepare for this?
A couple of days, maybe.
It
Depends
is-
on what the resistance has here in terms of potential runes or things that might,
Well,
increase our chances.
Quite a lot more now that you've brought some stuff. But if you mean things like ghost touch runes and stuff, yeah, we can definitely arrange for those for you.
Oh, sure, we could put.
You'll have to speak to Cleveland as well. He'll probably wonder why you're gearing up to fight a powerful undead. You'll have to come up with some sort of excuse. If you ask too many questions, let me know and I'll do something about it.
Alright. Should be fine, I think.
Attack of
It is.
Yeah, it's the ghost, I think.
Tough,
What
but
could be the problem? You don't see their stats. We got someone with a spooky ghost. Yeah, no problem. We kill monsters all the time.
Alright.
I always hate that apparently no matter what, pass or fail, you just take the 5d6 every round.
Yeah, 5d6, that's fine.
Yeah.
Again, the longer that goes, the more likely we all die.
Can we do something
we're
to
not
get
doing-
resistance to negative damage?
They're probably away, yeah. We can
That
look
would
at
stack up quite quickly.
that. Man, this is awkward. We have an hour left. Chris, you wanted us to figure this out in an hour and a half? My god, you nutter.
This guy. This Chris.
Pretty cool.
What is its reach?
100 foot.
Wait. Oh no, reach 15.
Oh,
that would be the
Oh
impossible-
no, you're right. Yeah, the impossible assault. Its reach is 100 feet. Fucking shit.
Yeah,
The
but
fucking
then-
aura of 1,000 feet, and it can
I
hit you
know.
100 feet away. That's fucking not before you can even get to it.
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
cool,
really
yeah.
fucking with me because
Death Ward. Let's get the Death Ward spell. There we go. Easy. We found it, baby. Resistance to detonate. Resistance. Yeah, let's go. We can get some ward 1. 5th level spell. Easy way to get scrolls, right, Chris?
Yeah, these ritualists have Death Ward surely.
5th level. That's like nothing. Suppress the effective doom condition. Easy shit.
Yeah, you guys can basically get your hands on runes and magic items and stuff up to like level 10, I think, through Cleveland.
Ward,
So,
yeah.
level 5.
Pretty easily.
Easy
pretty-
shit. Okay.
He's pretty happy to give you guys whatever you need.
Wait, I could also
Yeah.
just learn Death Ward as well, actually. Crazy.
Just in case.
Dude, the +4 stats bonus that saves against death and negative effects is actually nuts, right? Because wait, this soul bleed doesn't have the fucking death effect in it. What the fuck? It gives you the doomed condition. It doesn't have the death tag. I'm so mad, Chris.
I mean, a guide, it's basically copied straight from another thing.
Yes.
Check it again.
Over and
Massive.
Let me go see if I miscopied something. No, that is.
Yeah, so there-
that's
The
correct.
9th level
That's
spell is
pretty
also
fair.
negative damage.
9th level spell massacre. Okay, so death ward is fucking nuts. But it gives you negative resistance 10.
And harm that's always negative, right? Positive and negative?
Harm is
Yeah.
negative damage.
Yeah.
Define decree, I don't know what that is.
It's the only way to get.
That finger of
Death
death
Ward is
at that
basically
level is
the-
also very scary.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it
how
looks like
much HP. If you die, yeah, you just die, right?
Yeah, don't get below 100 though. I wouldn't do it. Yeah, I think if we all had Death
Well,
Ward,
I
it's pretty
think
doable.
we
We all have
all
Ghost Touch.
Okay, maybe I don't know if we should talk about. We don't need to talk about this in character, right? Like we just
Yeah,
strategize. I think
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
all stack up, that's a better idea than trying to spread out because it's 100 feet range and 1,000 feet range on the aura anyway. If we stack up, you get my AC bonus, and I can use my reaction.
Yeah,
That's
Josh does pretty well at range, right?
Yeah, okay, George can outrange the 100 feet.
Yeah, the hands, but I think the rest of us should be stacked up so we can all. If we're adjacent to you, we get the shield bonus, right? So we should
Yeah,
all basically
yeah.
be adjacent to you. I could make you huge actually at well enlarged, so then you'd also be adjacent to a lot more people, a lot
Oh, yeah.
easier. So they can like hide behind you while still being you're huge.
It also
Doesn't
has
make me
life
clumsy,
sense
right, but-
1,000 feet, so you know.
Yeah, we're not hiding from the thing.
No.
Yeah, but I can't
And your
tell,
job is
right?
to make sure things go to the correct afterlife. You need certain abilities.
Like,
True.
yeah, I think if we stay close, I think we almost just try to, just rush it down our DPS. Massacre has nothing to do with like lines or anything, right? Like, there's no reason we wouldn't just stack for that. I mean, we'd all take damage, but even if we split up, we'd all take damage. Man, this free action of gain 50 HP, what a shitty thing. Free actions? Oh my god.
I think it does mostly for like.
Okay, well,
in
I
between
think it's
combos
more
and-
for it can just regain a 9th level spell slot.
Yeah, but you use a whole turn for that, man. That's a.
Yeah, in combat's not very good, but like outside of
Yeah, I guess out of combat is pretty damn good, yeah. I guess you can do it permanently right out of combat so it never dies. It would be gains full HP like, basically instantly.
Well, there's also a thing. It's incorporeal, so it can go in.
Yeah, I
objects.
guess we also need to figure out how that works. It's hard to. Is it like unattended objects, or like can they go inside our fucking armor? And shit like that. But if they can go inside our armor and then just like how do we
It's not like possession. It's more like you can just freely like move through walls and stuff.
Okay,
It's
but
not
it
like-
can't. Then what does it mean about the spectral lurker? It isn't slowed one when it starts to turn inside an object.
So like typically, like most incorporeal things, if they're like inside a wall or whatever, when they start their turn, they're slowed one that turn.
But like, how would we hurt them if they were inside a wall?
Yeah, so we asked
Well,
like
if it was just camping
there's
inside a
lot
wall,
of
you wouldn't be
room.
able to.
That's what I mean, right? So like this could camp inside the wall and just constantly do the gather essence, right?
Theoretically, yeah.
So then you'd have no possible.
It's yeah. Like,
But it
doing
can't
something
gather
small,
essence
like,
because
in
it
this
can't
da-
perform gather essence while inside an object.
Why not? Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot.
Specifically,
Says
Oh,
that.
no, that's nice. That's nice.
But
But
like,
it could
in
still
this dummy plane,
attack.
are there walls that it can like go
Yeah,
inside?
I guess we don't know about that, right? Also, like, but it could still just attack us. Can it attack from inside the wall? I guess, right? Like,
Potentially.
No, because it can't. Like, it doesn't have the ability.
oh, when inside an object in a pool creature can't perceive, attack, or interact with anything outside the object. Okay,
Yeah.
so it literally can't do shit when it's
Yeah, even though it's got life sense and stuff, like a
Yeah.
line of effect still comes into play. And it just
Okay. Yeah, it is
But
no
if
problem.
it's low, it can just like go into the wall, right? And
But then it can't do it because it says gather essence cannot be performed while inside an object.
no, but it can flee. Like it can just.
Oh, yeah. Like we'd have to literally destroy the object, I think.
Which that's a hope there's no like, yeah, but it can go into the grounds, right? As well.
Oh, I can't even have ghost touch on my bow.
Oh, it's only for melees? Cool.
Yep, etched onto a melee weapon.
Okay. You know what?
So-
Don't worry about
I'll be doing 0 damage.
That's some spells, baby. How would we ever stop this running? And would it run? It's like a fucking Wrath. Or Wraith. Oh, I thought it said Wrath. Wraith.
I think we'll within the rules of this, it's stopping longest coming back to life. But yeah, if you drive it from its lair, then
Okay, sure.
then it is defeated for the purpose of the
Nice. So it has a lair, huh? Lair action smoker.
Yeah.
No, this is
The main
But yeah, if you guys challenge it and wherever the ritual sends you, and it flees, and
So we really
uses
want.
it, then
We
you
want. Yeah.
won the battle.
So basically, all the spells are like fort, right? Massacre also fort, Finger Death also. Finger Death doesn't have a save, right? But Massacre is fort, Harm is fort. Okay, so we really need to basically stack up on like something to give us better to fort save. I guess like Juggernaut, Mutagens, or whatever, right? That doesn't stack with the one from your armor anyway, right? They're both status.
No, but it does give temp HP as well, so it's kind of useful.
Actually, no, wait. The one from
No,
armor
I-
is status
I
bonus,
think
actually.
those-
So I think it does stack, right? Armor is. This always confused me, but armor is actually
Oh,
status
okay.
bonus, I think, right?
The rune is the save.
I
rune?
think so, yeah. Armor.
Okay.
The mutagen is item.
Yes, Armorune I think is a status bonus.
Yeah, okay, so basically we could get a big extra to, what's it called? To save from. Yeah, what is it that gives a fort one?
greater,
Juggernaut mutagen.
Oh, no,
Juggernaut.
yeah, greater
So
Juggernaut
if
mutagen.
you can't make a mage, right? But that's level 17.
Oh, yeah.
Not yet, but maybe after all these items we hand in, Maybe.
And possible.
No,
No?
you guys aren't leveling up before this fight.
What?
Oh,
we wait till we level this somewhere.
Oh, fucking bullshit.
We're like, should we have a couple
Badly, but
We just found some boars and are right there.
thousand balls, Chris?
Yeah, but can we just like
it was, I think
Go
after the end of
can
the
we
damn
just go
fight,
and kill Raceland and Rune to shift, right? We need
I
some
don't think that gives us enough. They're like lower level enough. I don't think that's going to give us enough XP.
I mean, the handing in is definitely enough, but it's gonna come into
Damn it.
effect at like the end of the damn.
Okay, I mean, so Juggernaut Mission is
What do you
great.
mean? Raceland is level 16.
Yeah, but we're level 16.
Okay.
It's like one monster level is like not that much XP.
yeah.
I'm sure he's gonna summon shit, right?
That doesn't increase the XP, honestly. Okay, but we can get Juggernaut Mission greater each for so everyone has another +3 to fort
Yeah,
save.
+3, and it's the big thing is for those who don't already have it, if you roll a success, it's a critical success,
That's really nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
really,
nice,
that's really
yeah.
nice. We don't have
and
it.
30 temporary hit points, which is another good
I wanna
thing.
go to
Okay.
It's doing 5d6 negative per round.
Okay, I mean, I think the only thing Beck needs to do, I want to have the spell to be. I think basically Ghost. Also. Ooh, maybe I wonder if any cool fighter feats would work against it actually that I can use with my.
Is there like
Blind fight.
With like, it's visible, right? I can't remember. I didn't look. It's not invisible or anything, right?
No.
No, okay.
You guys are all you're all good, right? Like alignment wise.
Yeah. That's bad.
So the
No, wait, no.
is
It's
kind of-
it's not bad for any of this, right? No, and there's no evil.
No, it
right?
doesn't matter.
Negative doesn't matter, yeah. Negative
We
is
don't really have holy wounds.
Like there's 7-level spell.
I
Divine
don't,
Decree
but I
is like
definitely
evil
need one.
damage.
But you said we can have any items for level 10, right? I think a holy group.
The problem is Holy Rune is level 11.
Oh, feels bad.
You're good at Holy Rune.
Yay! There we go.
That's allowable.
That's allowable.
Is
You
there?
can have a few things above. Must
Is
have
there
free
a
access, I
weapon
think it's
rune that
10 or
is specifically against fiends?
Fiends. Oh, I don't think so.
It's bad at fort, huh? Fort saves.
What's
Nice.
that? It's all fort saves, yeah.
It's not a
No, it's bad against fort saves.
Oh, it's bad.
Yeah, It
part of it.
all it does is give us fort saves, but it itself is worst save is fort.
Yeah, I should also check. I mean, honestly, like, if we get close, I think we can get it. Like, because, like, there's no, like, even though it's, incorporeal, if you use... what happens if I try to trip using a weapon with the ghost touch? Can I trip with that? Because it's come out yeah, okay. So honestly, like, I can get it prone, like, basically guaranteed if I hit. Like,
even like a flying creature or whatever, like, you can, like...
They still get prone, basically, the same. Or they still get knocked down, yeah. So, like, honestly, like, it can't stand up for free. Like, it's pretty...
The only iffy part is the start, I think. Wrong position is
It really depends how it starts, right? Yeah. Like, if we start, like,
Because if
fucking
it
1,000 feet away, then we take a long time getting to it.
starts just hitting us with 100 feet.
I mean, I can chuck a bunch of positive and good damage on it. So.
Yeah, I think it's very doable. Yeah, it's full.
This is gonna be more damage dealer than main support, I guess.
Yeah. We need a lot of damage. Eventually, I'm trying to think if there's anything I have that's good against.
May I have?
Just realized
bombs it can give you.
If
you have good decks, you can like throw them instead of me.
No, that's true. Actually, we
So
here's bomb off a huge amount of bombs.
I was gonna say, well, here's a quick thing, by the way, that. So I have the rune place in my bracers, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we want to save some rune spaces, instead of having quicken there, I could put a holy rune.
No, yeah, that's true.
Wait,
And then everyone would be under the ability of the holy rune.
And the holy rune also affects like bombs, Aztec's foe that I realized.
Wait, runes in your braces affect like weapons?
Yeah, that's why everyone who's within 100 feet of me...
As we've been doing actually, Aztec should have a quicken strike every round as well, right?
Yeah, true. The problem is that, like, the last fight, I was so far away from him most of the time.
You can put like weapon runes on bracers instead of a
No,
weapon.
he's so special.
Okay, yeah.
Special, yeah.
There's like no cheeky way I can get a striking rune on my bombs, so that makes no sense.
Your bombs already are. I mean, they're basically already. When
they do. Oh, right, they have the.
Your bombs still wouldn't get like the holy rune. But I think the quickens they would benefit from. Like, yeah, you just can't put runes on bombs.
Yeah.
But I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The fact that the quickened condition is applied to you rather than to your attack.
Weapon.
But you have to draw to throw it, right? Anyway, so I guess.
No, I have a feat to do it in one action.
Yeah, but it's still not with a
quicken. Strike action.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I guess it's not. No, I don't think it's really useful to you.
That's fine.
Not getting the rune like damage and stuff like that.
But we're not
Okay, I
doing
think
the...
AC is so high, the quicken condition actually matters less.
But I agree. I think, but I also think Aztec's right. Like, but you could make perfect, like, ghost charge it, right? Like to do max damage.
Yes.
And then, like, he could just make like a huge amount given to you, Bromok, and then you'd also be throwing them, right?
Yeah.
Like deck weapons, like you
And
have.
then I
50
can-
with bombs.
I can
Right.
also make them sticky, but only like mid combat. So I have to like make it and give it
Yeah,
to
so
someone
you can
else.
throw, or you can just throw a sticky one.
I can throw them and hope I don't like crit fail twice.
Yeah. But I
mean, plus 24 on hit, like it's gonna be hard.
What would my ability with them even be, though?
It'd be dex. It's just a thrown weapon. It's
It's
just
just weapon. It's just your dex.
But again, does it count as a simple, a martial?
it's martial bombs and martial weapons.
Martial
All
weapons,
bombs,
okay.
yeah.
Be master. I'd get critical specialization because it'd be hunted.
Yeah.
Technically, I guess I could have flurry. No.
Yeah. There's no reason you wouldn't be able to. When you flurry, when you attack a creature with this, you're hunted, you just get less than the penalty. Like you get the same with everything. Like they just count as normal weapons, basically.
Okay.
And then you can make like the perfect ones with the Philosopher's Extractor to do max damage.
Can give you like 15 perfect ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We need to plan this. Okay. Okay, so I mean, but wait, you can't put the ghost chart, the ghost one in the bases? No, right? Because that needs to be on a. Okay, yeah. So you have.
Yeah, it can only be etched onto a melee weapon.
Man, I don't know if it is much
I kind
better.
of want the holy rune for my third one. Just for the future.
Oh, you don't have a holy rune on your weapon?
No, I've got brilliant and greater flame or whatever.
So but you said Chris said we can get holy runes just for free.
Yeah.
This guy, Chris is. So maybe.
Yeah.
So maybe like you and Brom just get a holy rune each, and then maybe we don't put one in the base.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think it's fine to keep the quicken once in the base. I think we still benefit a lot from it.
Which do we care more about, flame or frost? On it, they both do nothing, but one technically gets
Flaming matters, right? Flaming can matter. They would take fire damage, right? Oh no, one has all damage resistance 15.
Yeah.
So, I guess it's on the. No, it would
It literally doesn't matter.
It would still pass.
Literally. Wait, we might as well take off this shit, right? Because if it's resistance 10, we might as well take off all runes like flaming and frost and everything, but they won't do anything. They'll replace it with other runes.
But what runes would actually do something?
I think Brilliant does positive damage, right?
Brilliant is a. Well, what is
Brilliant? That high? I saw base Brilliant.
13 or something. 12.
Oh, it is? Okay.
12.
Okay, fuck that. Then, well, I mean, okay, well, we have Holy. Yeah, okay, maybe we don't bother taking it off. But it's just weird, but then we have nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't really.
Like, you don't do anything the runes are on it, right? Like, they literally do nothing.
But it would be a lot of days.
Yeah, that's true.
You know its alignment?
No, neutral evil.
Because we could find.
So
Do you have a
really
Holy
scary
Avenger
relevant
lying
room
about,
damaging it.
Chris?
Sorry, what?
You have a Holy Avenger lying around?
Ooh.
I do not have a Holy Avenger lying around.
What the fuck is... I think... I mean, yeah, just Ghost Dust and Holy, I guess, are the two runes that everyone needs to have one, and that doesn't really matter.
Because my weapon blade, I can have Ghost Touch. Let's try.
Crazy. Anything else, actually? What about Billion extra?
No.
Feels bad. Okay, I mean, I think all I care about is making my weapon Ghost Touch. Oh, no, okay, and my spells, I normally get Primal, so I can take 6th level. I'll take 6th level in large. Not 4th level, so I can target me. I can actually target as many people as I want with it, if we want more people to be huge.
Big rats?
You want to be? No, there's no reason, right, to make anyone else huge. It's just bad. You can make Claudia big. Like huge, I mean, not just large. Or like,
you could use a per the flank at least.
Yeah, probably worth it.
You
And
got
then-
a down this one, but yeah.
And then, if... yeah, she will do, yeah, maybe we don't even want to bring her.
Bring back your shifting rune.
Yeah, maybe. I'm like trying to think if there's any particular weapon that would be better, and I don't really think so. Man, my Barbarian Rage thing, like the Paracus, has resistance to everything, right? But I guess it would stack with if I got other resistance to negatives. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, maybe I swap back to the pick again and go for like fucking big crits and just hope we get lucky.
What a
You
plan.
said you would never change back.
Yeah, no, yeah, Beck's not fighting. Yeah, I'm fighting with my great sword. Yeah, of course.
Ancestry.
Ancestry, of course, right.
So here's a question. What about disrupting runes?
Oh, is that a rune?
Yeah, it's a disrupting rune pulses with positive energy, dealing 1d6 positive damage to
Oh, okay, yeah. So we each have Ghost Touch, Positive, and Holy.
Yeah, for
That's-
those.
Yeah, and use
Wait, so you
Ghost
put
Touch.
disrupting on
Oh.
your thing.
Disrupting can't work on my weapon either because it's meant. Apparently, ranged weapons are just like, hey, fuck you.
Yeah, you can't beat undead. Man, I mean, Bromok could go
You get special
melee.
arrows, right?
Well,
Can't you get special arrows?
Maybe this is the fight you go melee.
I know. I'm actually thinking about it. It's redoing my. Oh god.
Is it time for Bromok to pull out that sword you've been carrying around? It's a big difference if you have one extra person with positive and holy. Like, that's a lot of extra damage.
Yeah, and again, technically, it's a +3. I could do greater. Yeah, it is greater striking. I forgot that. Oops.
Yeah.
Greater
I mean,
striking.
oh, yeah.
Definitely
It's a
would
plus
be.
3 greater striking. Yeah. Like, we give away about 10 of those. Like,
Yeah, 3, right?
what's that?
3, 2 or 3 property runes on it.
3. If it's a plus 3, you can have 3.
So it would be Holy, Disrupting, Ghost Touch.
Yes. Yeah. If we have... And you can all still... The braces work even if Bromok's wielding a non-bow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
So we'd have 3 martial people with double, weakness runes on. I think we need you in melee, but there's so much extra damage from the weakness.
Yeah. Because technically, the weaknesses both apply separately,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
You know, it's funny. Your mum actually has a +2 greater striking missile pouch with Ghost Touch and Keen.
Yeah, honey.
How?
Because that's
She
what she
had that
has.
when
That's what
she-
that's what Arcadra has
she-
had since I conceived of the character.
So it'd be
So we have 3 melee boys. Yeah, okay. And then we all just get close to Leon, who is also huge with me, so we all get the shield bonus.
Do I for now then remove the greater flaming or whatever and put on disrupting?
Yeah,
Does that work?
definitely. Greater Flaming does no, it literally can never do damage to it. Actually, no, but Greater Flaming does... No, Greater Flaming means it ignores resistance, right? But it still doesn't matter. Like, it's always going to do more when it has weakness 10 to positive.
Mhm.
Yeah, like, it actually... Yeah, it's always going to... It's still a d6, right? Yeah, you always...
Holy is also d6 good.
Yeah, so Holy and good and positive and disrupting, great.
And then Ghost Touch is what? Oh, just nothing. It doesn't do extra. It's just that against
You
specifically.
can.
Yeah, it doesn't take... Yeah, our weapons will do full damage, basically.
Cool. Oh boy.
Yeah, and
The
acid...
question is, do I wield it two-handed or?
Well, there's no point using a shield if you're with you're next to Leon, because we get the bonus from his shield.
Oh right.
Right,
So yeah, wield it with
But
two hands.
You
So
can't guarantee that will be like.
No, that's true. I mean, you can have a shield on your
Speed
backside
is
to pull out if you
yeah,
need
and
to.
I do.
Yeah, so I think it's fine. So you just use it two-handed when you can, use it one-handed when you can.
Cool. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So we'll say it takes about a week of like shifting runes around because like the rune shifters are already kind of like occupied preparing for the rebellion. So like it doesn't already happen as instantly as it possibly could. Obviously, Asik can help out a fair bit. But yeah, it takes like all this takes a week or so of getting everything ready and everything you guys need and make your own preparations and stuff. So it is the 8th.
So yeah, also can we get like scrolls of Death Ward for each of us, Chris, as well? That's fine, right? Because it's 5th level.
Yeah, I feel that's also like a 9th level item or whatever.
I think the scrolls might be 10, but like
Might be
I guess
10, yeah.
you can ask someone to cast it on us.
You can have, I think
as
you
well.
can have, like, what do you need? Like a scroll each of Death Ward? No, ask them like 100 scrolls of Death Ward, are you? Like,
Yeah, I was just assuming honestly we would like get a cast on us before, like when the ritual's about to be finished.
yeah, sure, yeah.
It has like a 10-minute duration. So if we want casters to actually be there to be like
Yeah, that's fine. It can be like we can say it's even part of the ritual, like it's
sweet,
the realm of death, casting Death Ward on you.
Thanks. I appreciate that. So Asik has a lot of the perfect things, I guess.
Do you
And
want them, Bramak, or not if you're melee? The ghost charges.
maybe just you, yeah.
Yeah, I think just you, and I'll just go melee.
Alright.
Maybe
The question is, so
maybe
why-
take like 1 or 2 just in case.
Yeah, maybe we should all take 1 or 2 just as like I don't know. Nah, there's no point. I'm so bad. I'd be so bad. It's decks, I can't take any. I have 10 decks, I can't take any. Like, that's-
It's not like I
Alright.
cheated like half the campaign with them.
Man.
Okay.
I think I will because I don't think the 2 AC, even if I was away from Leon, would make up for going from a D8 to a D12 damage dice. Because that's the nice thing about Bastard Sword.
But then this thing hits really high, so maybe not worth. Maybe you're right.
Maybe not.
Maybe it just
I
hits you all the
guess-
time anyway, so 2 AC does nothing. I think maybe
Exactly.
You're right.
Like legitimately, it's.
I think in general, like 2 AC is bigger than going from D8 to D12 damage dice. Plus 2 AC to plus 2 on damage, like yeah.
I mean, remember, it's
Well, not
striking, so it's
always.
3d8 instead of 3d12.
That's true. That's
Right.
a huge amount of. That's plus 6 on damage instead of That's quite a lot of extra damage. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, the week
Good Lord.
passes. You guys prepare. So yeah, then this is the agreed structure. You guys are gonna have a week prepare for this, and then 3 weeks to do anything that that involve getting ready before the invasion. But not the
Oh,
invasion. Sorry, for the rebellion.
Poorly. Okay.
Okay.
The counter invasion.
Sounds good.
So yeah, after a week, you guys gather in a chamber with Greybird and several of Lawmaster Therolon's most diligent spellcasters who are just going to say do the ritual. Final the first try because can't be fucked up roll.
Sorry. One final thing. We all get the greater Juggernaut mission, right?
You'll have
we-
Greater Juggernaut.
How long does it last? Should we drink it also before we go in?
An hour.
Greater Juggernaut is.
Probably. It's an hour.
Okay, I guess we drink that also like a bit before Chris.
Okay, so yeah, you guys figure out exactly how buffed and shit you are.
I mean, I honestly
I as part of my ritual, I do the ghost touch and my spear. So instead of like the returning one, I'll do the ghost touch one.
Man, okay, I'm assuming we're gonna be fighting fucking quick after we go in. And if and let's hope that's the case. I'll take this spell twice just in case it's not. I'm gonna cast Enlarge also before we go in, Chris, for the 5-minute duration.
Ooh,
Okay.
I should maybe do that as well.
How long's your duration of your spells?
Okay,
I
Texas
would-
I'm not going to be
huge, right?
doing probably flying or. Do I even have enlarge? Or I think I ended up. No, I do. Okay. So
Well, do you have enlarge? I'm casting enlarge at 6th level, so we're all getting huge. If you want to also be huge,
Wait,
I can target
comes
any
to fit in
number.
the story.
I can target any number of creatures.
How long is it? Because I'm thinking I might be able to do an extended enlarge on myself.
Oh, that's fair. Normal one's only 5 minutes.
You
I
tried.
mean, if the fight is going on more than 5 minutes, I'll be honest, we're fucked.
Yeah. I'm just assuming. I'm assuming we'll start basically as soon as we enter the Death, but maybe it won't.
Or maybe we just immediately
Okay.
find it, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
but-
I think also
think
like
if-
okay, I can cast like heroism. Okay, 3rd level heroism on someone
Sure.
potentially. Like just why not?
Yeah. Why not? Right.
And I guess
Actually, I
really,
can just cast it on like multiple people.
That's a stat
No.
bonus, at least for the saves, it won't matter. For the
Yeah, heroism you can just cast on multiple people, I think.
Well, like each.
It's not concentration or anything. Yeah, I mean, you have to recast.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if I wanna.
It's a
Oh,
status
no.
bonus. Heroism doesn't stack with the plus to hit from your weapons, like runes.
It
Oh.
does, right? Wait, it doesn't. It does.
It does.
Item runes are item bonuses. The runes.
Oh yeah, no, it does. It's it's armor where the status
it
bonus
doesn't
doesn't
stack with
with
that.
the.
It doesn't
Yeah, no,
stack
so it
with
does.
like inspire courage or.
Yeah, it doesn't stack.
That
Yeah,
doesn't stack with
specifically
that.
other spell bonuses to hit.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
martial
that's
aura,
no, that's
inspire
not.
courage.
Then,
Yeah, I know, probably
no,
not
no,
worth.
that's not
Probably
worth. No, no.
You have to cast it like
I'll be
high, like
close
6th
anyway,
level
so.
before it becomes +2.
Chris,
My sister will
I
be
also-
good, but it's not currently one of mine.
quickly, I want to check in, do my nature roll with Cernia.
It's a good
I
day.
haven't checked in a while.
Days
It's
to
okay if I
fight,
bring
yeah.
Claudia on this side mission. She's probably gonna die, but
well,
You want to check in whether or not you should bring Claudia?
yeah.
Uh,
And this is a natural being. I'm pretty sure this
I don't think
falls
she can
under
do
like.
much.
Yeah.
How much you care about your cat? We all talk. Oh, wait. Do we get any talk? By the way, I kind of mentioned this. But I've been dead before. If we die like in the plane of death, is there any coming back from that, or is he gonna grab us as well?
I haven't even considered that.
if you die through there,
You die in real life.
if you die there, then yeah, you might find yourself in a similar situation to Long Ears.
Okay. Maybe. Well, and same situation for Claudia. She's like, she's not even a spirit, right? She's like an aspect of it.
Yeah, she was already dead before we
You know
found
what?
her, and she
The
was,
exact
killed.
interactions between this and whatever Claudia is hard to predict.
Alright, Leon, big miss then. Lunka.
Hard to predict, to say. Can all the nature checks predict it?
Yeah, tell me a nature check.
If she dies in there, she's definitely coming back. It's fine. Yeah.
Ooh, I mean, yeah, like like I said, the interactions between sending a being of Sarnia to like the. What just crashed?
Like Seth's
The plane of Set, or Set like the plane of this Wraith of Set. It's hard to say exactly, but you reckon that if Claudia died, our spirit could probably return to Sarnia.
I'll believe it.
can we make a roll just to see, like, while we're getting all these, if there's a very small chance that we get a greater disrupting rune instead of a regular disrupting rune?
Yes. What level is it?
What level is it?
Item level's 14, and it's uncommon.
Oh, what if we roll on the
Damn it.
D10,000 and get
They're preparing the wrong kind of creature they're preparing to fight, unfortunately. Like,
Yeah, okay.
I think there might be some devils around or whatever.
What about a natural
Yeah.
10,000? No chance? Damn. Feels bad.
Natural 10,000, go for it.
Oh, baby, one of us. Alright, that's like 1 in
How come
2,000
so
now. Slash on D10. Dude, Leon, you weren't even close. I'll show you how it's done.
I was over halfway.
Man,
Jesus.
guys, we
Oh
suck.
my god!
We weren't even close. I was
even
close,
like-
bitch.
Maybe, I was even go above. Though.
Oh my god!
What if you get it this attempt?
Okay, anyway. Any more preparation to be done?
I think I'm good.
Oh god. I guess, for me, I'm just trying to wonder what spells might actually be useful, because I'm kind of built my spells around
I'm gonna go to the bathroom wait for that.
The campaign.
not being in melee. We'll put it that way. Maybe Fleet Step for me. I could do that before we went in. So I'll be all fast.
Yeah, there's a few spells that may just make you faster. Haste is still pretty good.
I mean, it is, but the only thing that really makes it more useful than my quicken, which we'll all have because we'll be close together hopefully, is that I can use it as a stride action instead of just a strike action.
Probably really good. But I mean, I'm also gonna try to be in my stance for the quickens, at least for a round. Well.
I plan on casting all the true strikes I can. Because it's just useful.
And hopefully they're casting this ritual outside because we're gonna be some big boys.
Yes, we are.
It's in a large chamber.
Large chamber, Google.
Do they tell us how close to the creature do they expect us to be? Does anyone know anything about that?
You'll be somewhere in its realm. It'll be a small demi-plane. It won't be particularly huge. So, it'll be somewhere nearby. You won't
How similar is that to the last demi-plane when we met that mini demon that Flacky made a deal with? Remember that one?
Similar. Maybe bigger.
That was not that big. That was really small.
Yeah, that was a fairly small one, so...
Yeah, definitely. Not
And you make all your preparations.
What's that demon's name?
35 movement speed.
I definitely want to have my...
Wait, we're still on this map? I thought we were killing
And when the preparations are complete,
Oh, it's already dead.
It's already dead!
you do the ritual.
I came back.
Good job.
And you guys appear here.
Dude, it's really dark.
Pretty dark.
A rather crowded.
Crowd.
Oh,
Before we jump in,
Oh my god!
I will do a
Get off me, Bomo!
extended fleet step for myself, by the way, just
Okay.
FYI.
Sure.
Wait, Leon should also be big.
Wait, Leon's also big?
Yeah.
We're a set of big boys.
Claudia, Chris.
Claudia's not there.
Yeah, oh, she isn't?
Oh, isn't she?
I think she-
Oh,
I think
I think she is. I think she did. Also Claudia, Chris. Also Claudia.
Claudia's there. Claudia's up here.
You're also bigger.
What do I need to-
Also huge. Okay.
Also huge.
What do I need to know about my
This map is very long.
I mean, you
Same
get
voice.
minus 180 for being large, is all I'm saying, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So
It's
it's
very tall,
yeah, you guys are all kind of crammed in this
Go,
box.
go,
There's a door next to you, Beck.
I kick it open.
I wanna-
I kick it open.
I want to activate like
It opens pretty easily.
bracelets of dashing. Cause
I sprint it. Oh yeah, I mean, okay, yeah. Alright, fine. Everyone doing
Yeah.
one final thing. I'll cast
You-
one final.
I mean, you can have done all this before it started, but before you teleported in. But as soon as the ritual finished and you appeared here, yeah, you kick open the door immediately, Beck, revealing this area here. There's a sort of 10-foot across or 10-foot deep balcony up here with 30 feet of steps descending on either side. To stone tiled platforms that sort of make up the floor of this area, between which run kind of like canals of sort of swirly soul goo that you don't know if you want to touch.
I drink it.
You drink it? Okay, well, it's 30 feet away at least at the moment. Anyway, and in the very
Yes, a
middle,
very long
on the far side, on an opposite platform, you can see another pair of double doors. And in the very middle of it all, in the center of the large platform in the middle, is a sort of like a large sort of roofed structure with a bell hanging there.
Okay.
That could be rung forcefully.
Where is the goo? Sorry.
This is the blue thing.
The blue. Okay.
But I'll step in. Man, this is kind of
Who
awkward.
can't or can't fly?
I forget. I think I had the flying thing on my arm.
2, I think, Josh.
Oh, this is when I fucked up.
How long is
I'm
this?
sure I could fly, but I can't remember I had the fly.
I'll activate. Yeah, I guess I.
Like flying on your armor or
I
something?
would have fucking
I'm sure I
put this-
do. It doesn't say it on the armor, but it definitely
wings
is
up.
flying. Because I had it on my loot table and then I removed it. So it must have been there.
That makes sense.
Excellent. I mean, I also don't have any of my weapon runes on my inventory. I really should make sure I have something. But yeah, I guess we all activate our flying runes, I guess, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so you get a look at the encounter area and immediately activate your flying runes. We're not acting an initiative yet, but obviously like spells are ticking and stuff, so we'll
Yep.
count kind of like roughly how long it would take you guys to move into whatever
we are kind of
position.
rushing
to
a
do
bit.
whatever.
First, but I'll trying to
I think flies 5
get
minutes,
people to
right?
go
Yeah.
together.
Big ass.
Cast fly on myself.
Man,
I
fly
was
speed
also
kind
flying
of.
with the barding.
I don't really want to fly though.
I like hover above the queue and try to run the
Well, it's like 30 feet down from like here to these.
Yeah, we're flying.
You can descend the stairs. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
so
but then I can't even fit in those stairs.
I mean, you can almost just squeeze it.
It's not even squeeze, it's just different
Oh,
trains.
so everyone is like these huge boys just flying out.
That was so big.
You'll land like a-
We've got our weapons out.
Okay. Yeah. Some people Leon's guys aren't technically
And if you
overlapping
are big,
before
don't
we begin
forget to
combat.
Small boys to stick together.
to
actually.
subtract the AC as well as the bonus damage because it's +4
Yeah,
for
yeah,
being big.
Oh, okay, and but we have -1 to because we're clumsy, right?
Yeah, you
-1 to hits.
No, it's not clumsy. Clumsy is something else. You just have -1
Oh,
AC.
okay.
No, wait, no, you are clumsy. No, you are clumsy. You are clumy, right? Yeah.
Are we?
Is it only
Yeah,
for
yeah, so
like
it also affects
wielding a
death.
big weapon, or is it?
No, it is also making clumsy. So you have one less dex, basically. But that doesn't affect
Creature.
you.
Okay, yeah. So just add clumsy 1 to your character,
Yeah, exactly.
basically.
Okay, yeah. So,
Which
but
we always
that's why you have 1 less AC, right? It's not.
Yeah, that's why. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I can remove, get back to C and then add clumsy.
And then, yeah.
They also have the temp HP and the initiative changes from.
Yep.
Jack.
Oh, wait, so everybody can fly, right? Or can anybody not fly?
Imagine not being able to fly.
I think everybody can fly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Everyone is flying around. Excellent. So yeah, you guys get swiftly down. It takes you like maybe 2 rounds, like get everyone to be able to fly and gather around the bell, and then someone ring the bell, or
I still don't have any weapons out, obviously.
obviously.
So maybe you ring the bell, and I'll start facing this way.
Yeah, okay.
Alright,
Yeah.
Let's do this, lads.
Beck,
I-
you punch the bell.
Yeah, sure, punch you. I mean, I smash you with my sword, like a big dong.
I thought you hadn't have weapons out.
Oh yeah, I didn't have a weapon out. Sure, you right, my bad.
Punch the bell.
I punched the bell. Fucking headbang into it.
The second that the peel, what's this music? Says here, epic spooky battle.
I like it.
The second
Oh, fuck, okay,
that Beck punches the bell.
Can Claudia be?
No. Hey, Claudia.
Oh, sorry.
The second that Beck punches the bell,
Initiative.
a huge ghostly figure surges,
Oh my god.
screaming through the door.
Is there
And-
another-
Extra opportunity?
We can roll initiative.
I just realized actually when I manifest my armor, I realized many things at once actually. I couldn't have my armor manifested yet, so I can't fly. Fuck. Okay, then I guess I ran down here, Chris.
Yeah, then you had to like edge down.
But when I
like,
manifested, I
jump.
can actually make it give me negative
You
jump.
can jump. Like,
I give it negative. It was 18. It's
Wow.
What a
and
fancy hat.
it like screeches through the door, and as it appears, everyone roll initiative.
so when I roll initiative, that triggers my free action for my armor and weapon to appear, and I will manifest the essence form, so I'm healing for the healing grace, and also take this 18.
I know it's immune to this, Chris, but like as initiative as well, I don't want to war cry at it.
But we all have the Juggernaut mutations, right?
Yeah, we've all drank that. Yeah.
So it's -2 penalty.
But they're perfect ones, right? Are they not impeccable ones? But if you make them with the crafting,
Oh,
thing-
they don't have a drawback or something, right?
Yeah, they don't have the drawback.
Yeah, you can ignore the drawback.
They
from
don't
this.
have. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
this is
Okay.
up to level 28, I don't, maybe, Dude, they rolled a 51 though, Chris. I don't like that. Dude, I don't like that, Chris. It's natural 12. Too high, my friend.
I mean, we've not rolled all that well ourselves.
I'll get my natural 1 out the way, baby.
There you go.
I GR'd it so it doesn't count, my Chris.
No, it counts. You're 20 below it. It gets 2 turns before you go.
Shut the fuck, man. I can't actually fly her. It's a little spooky.
Okay, sword descending. I mean, it is only like it's hovering at like sort of walking level at the
Oh,
moment.
sweet,
Its
sweet.
feet aren't going into, but like it surges through the door at ground level, ready to have its way with you.
Mhm.
And it immediately goes
Massacres us.
for
Usually kills us all,
a. Yeah, I mean, it does. It does immediately come through the door, see the opportunity to end it in one swift motion, and yeah, it picks a 60-foot line that goes
But they are
through,
lines. Shit, we should have been so lined up.
Leon Beck and Moonsong. So just like, straight out like this. Boom.
Massacring us, huh? I should have been at the front. What were we doing?
In a massacre, yeah. Casting.
You just roll this
would
open.
be-
The safety DC is not
These
10.
were doors, right?
I see a 10 right there, Chris.
These were doors, so Josh. We could have known you guys.
Okay.
Guys, how likely am I to come?
DC is 42.
What's the check? Oh yeah, use the anti-magic. Do it.
Well, that's only level 7, so I'm not sure how likely it is.
It's still, you can succeed.
Yeah, but
Just roll well.
Yeah.
Counteracting, it's 2 levels higher than the anti-magic.
Yeah. So you need to get a crit success, basically.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah, but you can do that. You just had to roll that 20.
Against their...
Ooh, a chance on that 20 to distract this?
Nah, I think I gotta save it.
I mean, when are you going to save it for?
That's that's what I was going to say. I'm like, normally I would say don't use it, but
What are the level
the
8
only other spells it's going to use are also online, like Finger of Death.
Okay, fuck it, YOLO.
Nat 20, baby!
But it also uses my reaction, but this is their turn. Okay, cool.
Nat 20, baby!
Yeah, so roll d20.
Yeah,
I'm not-
6.
That's fine.
Yeah, we were so ready. Dude, I can't wait for this Nat 20. Oh my god!
Oh man.
Oh man.
To do math, right?
Oh my god!
No, it doesn't work. But even on a normal
Because
success.
the DC is like 42,
Yeah,
so
the-
it's
you
like
would
a
hate
that.
success. So
Yeah, but it would have to be in that 20.
So it's on a fail with the dispel. Is there any like does anything happen on a fail?
nothing happens.
Nothing happens on a fail count. It's like minus whatever to the
Nah,
save.
nah.
Okay, yes. Oh, it was a nice attempt.
So close.
But
This
no,
is-
this magic is far too powerful. Make a.
This is a death effect, by the way. So the death ward gives you a +4 status bonus. That doesn't stack with your armor, but it stacks with the juggernaut.
Okay.
So
Right, so
everyone.
it's,
So Leon, Beck, and Moonsong. Fortitude saves DC 42.
And again,
Alright, so crit success.
Yeah,
And
you
we
can start
have-
your
So
soft
I'm
yarn.
rolling with this, yeah.
That's
Wait,
the other
what is the fucking... What is the DC for this, Chris?
And then
42.
+4 from Death Ward. Haha.
Well, that doesn't stack with armor, but I don't know how high your armor is.
well, Fortitude doesn't add.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god, I will choose that one. Oh my god. Guys, alright, I will use one of my
You
2
can't
hero
crit-
points.
You
I
can't
will
crit
use
fail.
one of my 2 hero points. Let's see if I should... Dude, if I just roll, like...
That one here, you get the hero
Even
point.
on
back.
that 2, I die, like, I think.
Yeah, just don't roll that.
That's what hero points are for.
Okay.
Okay. So I failed.
Okay.
So just a regular failure.
Just so you
So yeah, this
Oh,
is what's the
Maybe, but with the status bonus.
You're not going to get enough status bonus.
And the Juggernaut? The Juggernaut is... No, Aztec, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, Aztec wasn't in the line, though, I don't think.
Nastic
just-
on the line. Nastic just rolling in solidarity.
Leon does need to, though, right? Leon needs to.
Yes. He rolled.
Leon needs.
Oh.
Yeah, Leon
Yeah,
got
sorry.
43. Yeah. He's,
Oh, so you take no damage? Moonsong
So
also
Leon
takes no
takes
damage.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, like basically Leon like raises his his shield and like the unholy energy splashes around it and like defends
Directly
against
into Beck's
everyone. But like yeah, some of it does splash on the huge form of Beck next and Beck, you take damage from having
And
failed.
then but everyone takes an extra 30 from
Yes,
the
exactly.
backsplashing.
As it surges back towards.
So I
You
take
take first you take 100 negative damage, which is
Do I get
reduced
resistance to
by-
both? Like the 100 and the 30?
yeah, they're independent damage events. Yes.
So I get minus 82 and then minus 12. Okay. Okay,
I can't
okay.
use 2 reactions on one trigger, right? That's what we...
No.
But the trigger casting spell and the trigger's taking damage. They're 2 different triggers.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so then I could like use my reaction to... On
I have
your
18
trigger.
resistance, so.
You have 8 resistance already, okay, yeah.
18, yeah.
Same.
But you would get attacked,
so
right? It's
we
going to be
have-
your turn next.
No, because I'm not in range, right? Like...
Yeah, you are. When you enlarge, you have reach
Oh,
50.
I have reach. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I will use it. Yeah.
Claudia also has reach 50 naturally as well now. So she also is in range to get the attack.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Oh, she doesn't.
We have negative 10, right, from Death Ward. Death Ward is.
Death Ward resistance 10, yeah. So you just take 8 damage.
So yeah, you take whatever damage you take according to your save, and then you take an additional 30.
So you, Leon and Moonsong both take 20.
It takes 15 as well, obviously.
Okay. I grudge and quite a bit of pain, It fucking hurt.
He's angry to have not, badly scratched the lot of you.
What do you mean?
So just like it's still a temporary. Okay.
So what Moonsong, what did you end up with? You took your
Just a-
success and
Yeah.
and that became a
Crit
crit success.
Yeah.
And then the 30
Am I
is
reading
all
this
just
wrong?
like
If the massacre doesn't kill even a single creature, the negative energy violently explodes back toward
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
the caster dealing 30.
Yeah, dealing an additional
Dealing
3
30
damage to every
everyone
creature
on
in
the
the
line.
line.
And also
Okay.
the caster. Yeah, so they all, including
It's basically like there's a
negative.
backlash back in it from the distal
And
point.
would its resistance apply?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
My
asshole.
Yeah, it took 15.
Yeah.
You
That
just
is-
can't tell. Got it.
so yeah, it tries to mincingly massacre 3 of you and is upset when it doesn't work.
Wait, why Moonsong and Leon? You need to take damage though. Neither of you taking any damage.
Oh, so, yeah, so but I have 30 temp HP, right? So that's going
We have the temp.
Oh, you have
right?
30.
The
Oh, I have
juggernaut.
10 HP. Oh, plus 30.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I forgot about that.
Yeah, no worries. And then it reaches out a hand towards you, Leon, and tries to touch you. Why did I-
Reach
why did I
out
close
and
the
touch
sheet?
you.
Misses.
Oh my
You missed it.
god!
Leon defends both attacks this
Yeah,
time.
because I assumed with exploration activity I could have my shield raised.
Yeah, that's
Until
fine.
the
That's
turn,
completely
yeah.
fine, yeah.
So that's then it misses. Yes.
Sweet shit.
Nice.
You defend
You'll love to see it.
That's its turn. Moonsong.
Time to nuke some holy energy.
Nah, we're gonna start with this. Inspire Coach and
not?
Divine Aura.
Sweet.
Okay.
By the way, you know, like right now, my back can't fly, so if you guys want to be the flying boys on the sides, you know, I can do it.
All right, yeah. Shot
Yeah.
for sure.
Just remember that I'm be like, go! I can't step on the ground. Although no, I step on the
Okay, that's
step on the
turn.
ooze.
Paramount, you're very aware that has reach 15 an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe we let Leon take that, you know.
range, but yeah, can be helped.
But anyway, I have 15-foot reach.
Yeah. You have the same reach as it actually, so you could get close enough.
I could step and then attack it, technically, right? Because from the
Could,
square to
yeah.
that square.
Yeah.
Technically, you'd even safely stride there and attack, like it wouldn't provoke.
You could also, don't you have enough speed that you could like you could go around to the side, don't attack it from that side, and then Leon can move over to the side.
We don't particularly want to be in the water.
Oh yeah, I do
But
have
they will
fucking
fly.
We're flying, never
60-foot
mind.
They will
fly
fly.
speed right
Yeah,
now because
exactly, that's what I mean, right? So you could
Your
fly.
fly
yeah,
speed 60 wasn't like someone's fly speed shitty because they only.
My fly speed's shitty. I don't know where you're getting fly from, but mine is a minute. It's like 20.
Overall, your spell says equal to its speed or 20, whichever is greater. Okay, not whichever.
Oh,
is
dude, mine
exactly,
is lower.
and I have fleet foot on, which gives plus 30 to movement, so 60 movement speed
Okay.
applied to fly speed.
Yeah. Okay. So you can fly mad fast. Okay. Yeah. So
Yep,
if you wanna come at it from the side, then that's completely fine.
That way, you and Leon could like flank.
So I need to go to where it's 15 feet away, so I don't
Yeah, so
provoke,
there,
right? So it'd be like that.
basically. Yeah, exactly.
That's flying.
Yeah. Exactly.
Blues fly. I
Blue is.
think there's actually wings, isn't there?
Hey, by the way, Chris, I.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
tried
also
to hit it as
also
part of the
starting.
action.
Sorry, Moonsong and Bromwell also starting turns in the aura, so deal with
Oh.
that. What about that?
Yeah,
yeah.
the stupid DC 42.
I'll let
fucking
you
thing.
guys roll your.
Oh, so yeah,
Oh,
that's
everything.
right, okay.
How did that
56.
board interact with this session?
Oh, you want us to roll our own damage?
Yes.
Guy. This
This
guy.
bastard. Therefore, it suppresses the effect of the doom condition just straight up, by the way.
Oh, just straight up suppresses it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you take the damage, but you would be
You take the
doomed.
damage, yeah.
The forward save is actually almost irrelevant for you guys
Yeah, it
Oh,
doesn't
nice.
matter, right?
because all you can get is
that.
doomed one.
Just take 2 damage.
2 damage, pretty sweet, yeah. Bommel takes. Oh, wait, you have an orc. Well,
Oh, I hasn't rolled his damage yet.
therefore, a pretty close spell, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good for when you're fighting an agent to death or whatever.
3 damage for Josh.
How much?
3, but you have resistance 10 from the death warded will.
Okay, so yeah, and 3 off of my temp. So I'm down
Yeah,
to
yeah,
27
yeah.
temp. Ah,
Yeah.
damn. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Now you've
All right,
flown once. 2
Yeah.
actions.
Beck, you wanna go first? Should I go first?
Bommel
just-
says so.
Yeah.
You should go first so I can get
Yeah.
to where you are now.
Okay, and then, I mean, technically I do want to hunt it. Since I wouldn't
Okay.
be able to beforehand. So stride that. And then I will do, my last actual action will be to, I guess it's technically hunted shot? Does that work?
I think Hunter Shot has had to be
Make
ranged,
2 strikes against your prey with
Oh,
the required
really?
weapon. Yeah,
Let's fucking say it's
Yeah, that's melee rangers that do hunted.
It's- right. It just,
It's
it
weird
just
it's called
sounds so
hunted shot,
funny
right?
when it's called
Yeah,
hunted
yeah.
shot. Exactly. So
No, Hunted
Yeah.
Shot, the rec requirements are you're wielding a ranged weapon with reload 0.
Is it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, there's something. There's something you.
There's
can
other
do.
ones. There's like twin
Range, right?
takedown. There's twin
Yeah.
takedown for dual wielder. Yeah. But you can't.
Yeah, with the required weapon. Yeah, so there is no. There's a flourish. There will be a related flourish action, but it's not.
There's twin takedown is the flourish
Yeah,
one
yeah.
for two wield.
Yeah, but I don't have that. So
Yeah.
instead, I'll just do my quicken strike and a normal strike.
Nice. You do get
Add
the
it.
benefits of that. Let's go, George. Let's go. Easy big hits. Big hits. Till next time.
Oh God. Nope. Here's a question. Let me read how you wrote it.
How he wrote it. Oh, you're saying does it apply on only range or on
Exactly.
everything? Yeah.
In the meantime, you want to like step up here, right? So Claudia can be here, maybe. Does that work for you?
Yeah, I can do that. I wasn't really too fast as long as I was like. I mean, technically, even like where you are
Nope.
now would be fine for me.
It
but-
doesn't. So at least not the beginning part. Let me check the next one.
Shit, but none of us are going to be.
The way
adjacent
it's
to
red leather
shield,
bracers that reduce the target's AC against your attacks with ranged weapons by 1 for each time you have missed them.
Okay, so
restarting
range
throughout your
weapon.
turn.
Shame.
Yeah.
So the only thing it would apply here is attacking and missing your hunted prey no longer increases your multiple attack penalty. That still counts. Regardless of if it's
actually,
ranged
that
weapon or
will
not.
actually still count for
So
you.
you still attack at max. That's nice.
Yep.
Wait, what? You also clicked your longbow, by the way, not your.
I did.
You silly.
Also,
You're so
yeah,
dumb.
Habit.
We'll just
Is
say
there
the nat
any
5
way
minutes.
for anyone to give back fly? Because then I can be in the middle, and you can be.
It's gonna get it when he summons his armor, right?
No, because it's like I actually use the boot to interact, so actually it'd be like 2 actions for me, so I don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it like
I'm a little
nimbly, it definitely dodges your first attack and then deflects the other one with its hair thing.
Yep.
Carries.
No, wait, maybe this is too cheesy. No, what would happen if I activate the winged rune, which lasts for an hour, dismiss my manifested armor, and re-manifest it when the fight begins? Because when I dismiss the armor, I don't know if because dismissing it stops a essence power, but the winged is just a rune which says the effect lasts for 5 minutes until you dismiss the effect. But I can, whenever I want, just de-manifest my soul forged armament. So like basically my armor.
I think.
Okay.
If you took your armor.
If you took armor off, the
you
rune
would
would
lose,
deactivate. Okay,
yeah, I
sure.
think so.
Okay. Fair enough. So yeah, I'm not gonna go for fire, I don't think, but that's fine.
Okay, so yeah, I'll go to the side.
Who wants to go first between you two?
I think Leon's gonna go first.
Okay, Leon.
Yeah. If I give an animal companion actions, they don't need to be taken immediately, I don't think.
No,
It's on
it just
my
has
turn.
that many
Okay,
actions this
okay.
turn. Yeah.
So first, I will give Claudia 2 actions, allowing me to raise my shield because of my artifact. Then I will fly, provoking, I assume, close to it.
Okay, well, this takes the bait on this occasion.
Oh man, can I be a little meta, Jacqueline? I mean, meta fight. If you were 5 feet lower, then I would actually still be adjacent for the shield. When I stand, if I stand like over here, right?
And we'd still be flanking.
Good job.
Yeah, and you'll still flank me bomb up, yeah.
Okay, yeah. That still misses. A 45 right now.
Man.
So
nuts.
-1. But I've +1 from somewhere.
Yeah, +1. From Asik's traveling bonus. Or something like that.
Yeah, so... Yeah, so misses. And
the traveling bonus. It's been a week though.
We had it last time. We had special.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, we would just redo the traveling, right?
Yeah.
Redo the rules, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2.
You should make a rule for that though when we start attacking cities and stuff like this. Yeah.
Then Claudia goes. I haven't actually. She doesn't have like ghost touch or anything, so I don't think she has any chance of actually doing damage.
She also
Because there as a body.
Yeah.
So I won't even roll the attacks.
She's also got a pause in the ooze, Monka.
Yeah, she's flying as well.
Oh, she's flying, man.
Everyone flies.
I'm just like, man, everyone's so cool. We don't have time for
We
that.
all fly down here.
Okay.
Then final action, I will.
Wait, Leon should do the damage, by the way, for the negative.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
5d6.
you not wrong.
And Claudia as well, right?
Also not wrong.
5d6.
Oh, it takes
Oh my
nothing.
god.
Did we have someone cast Death Ward on Claudia?
Yeah, surely.
Someone's like, I'll give it to the cat.
Nothing. And
Yeah.
Claudia takes 3. Okay.
We can't give her a mutagen to drink, though, I guess, right? That's not.
Probably
that's
not.
a thing. Drink up, kitty.
Then,
Alright.
last action, bam, no. It's
Using my conditions.
Okay, yeah, I will move up.
Wait, sorry, are we quickened because of Bromok or not?
Yeah, we are. So if you have another action.
Oh, so then I will diplomacy to get into my sense. Success, but not a great success.
So we all have +1 stats bonus for it with you. But we also have. Remember, Moonsong's also giving me a +1 hit. It doesn't matter here, but just so you know.
Yeah.
I'll move up to.
I mean, that was just this time. I probably won't use it again.
Sure. Nice. I'll move up to here. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'll do.
Give yourself your aura, Leon, however big it is. Yeah, you take a 5d6 as well, Ian.
What? But I have
Wait, you have
18. What are the chances? Mocha.
Just focused on someone.
Ian's good dice rolling.
Yeah, only with the enemies. Okay, -7, but I do have the fast healing from my weapon, so that's gaining me half my level, so 8 back. So, they basically counteract. Yeah, so I move up here, and then I will try to use improved knockdown. So if I hit, I can sweep them to the ground. Let's see if I can hit them, baby. So I still do have... So this is the right attack. Ooh, there we go.
You'll love to see it.
Right. And you.
Yeah, but even... Oh, fuck yeah, I forgot to rage. No, whatever. I don't even have the actions. I move and then I only have 2 actions.
Yeah, so you're subtract
I'll
like
rage
6
an
damage
extra.
from this or something, right?
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should subtract 6 damage, exactly. So 40... Okay, but the good and positive come in at least.
Yeah, so 43, and you have Ghost Touch, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then this is holy, and then that's the
So
disrupting.
43, and then good like that, and positive like that. Yeah, so a mighty blow that causes her to cry out with anger and rage.
Nice.
But
And
you
yeah,
said,
knock
mighty
it
death.
to the ground.
Probably not give her these boots. That's
Yeah.
what I put it. That's was like this one. Yeah, here we go.
And then you know what? I only have the free action from the quicken, so let's do a -10 attack. What could go wrong? I'm just keep
That's
pressing.
funny.
Rage then, right?
I keep pressing the raging button just because it's only the attack that's set up properly, but ignore the raging.
Drew will get around to raging eventually.
Exactly right. Nah.
Quicken,
no,
the quicken we have for every action, right? Every turn of ours, or
it's only for strikes.
that's only for strikes. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's basically under the effects of the speed rune.
Okay, that's my turn.
ASIC.
/R5d6.
Oh yeah.
He learned.
Good call.
Yep.
Man, I can't believe I took damage and Leon didn't when I have double much resistance basically. Ooh,
Oh my
man,
God.
you're also rolling good, huh?
Sadness.
It's got that 10 HP, right? So,
I do. But 30 minus 11 is what?
20,
It's
19,
19. Yeah.
20, 19.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
previous time.
How tall is this like bell thing in the middle? And how high? Like how
Like
much
15
cover?
feet high.
Okay,
It's pretty.
so-
It's pretty good. It's pretty good cover. Like you can stand
Yeah,
by.
but
It's
if
got,
I'm flying
legs.
in the same height as the balcony was, then I'm like way over there. Then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can throw shit without cover. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make a sticky thing and throw it. Throwing style.
Throwing style. I love
Yep.
that style. Ooh.
That's not good.
Okay, as long as they're not both critical fails, it's okay, right?
Correct. And the other
This
one.
one's -2?
Actually, this one is +1 because of the yellow dot, and the next one will be -1 because the
Okay,
second, but the yellow dot is yeah.
Stop.
Here.
Ah, damn.
Well,
no, sometimes the dice don't like.
Can't be helped.
Yeah. No, it's too much evil, malevolent energy here. As you throw towards it, it just like waves its hand, and your weapons, your flasks are like knocked aside and splash harmlessly into the blue goo.
all right.
But they probably did a lot of damage, some ghosts or whatever.
I'm sure.
You've basically been, basketball.
Anything else your turn, Asik?
Nope.
It was loyal of one person to stay.
There's only one off. Yeah, man, that's kind of sad. Oh yeah, Josh. Oh yeah, the bonus action edge for my thing. When I'm actually raging, you do 2 extra damage. Sorry, that's what I question.
On its turn, it glowers angrily and makes an impossible assault against the 4 targets immediately surrounding it: Leon,
Oh.
Beck, Claudia, and Bromok.
This one I'm kind of monk about.
Isn't that the one that could technically just hit anyone?
Yeah, and it was 4 targets max. So
I know.
Like 4 closest, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Who's this
Leon.
against? Leon.
This is going left to right. So Leon,
Versus
Beck,
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god!
That's rolling
that
real
is
bad.
Claudia,
Oh, that's this is why she's here, guys. That's fine.
and Bromok.
Oh,
Ouch.
Jesus.
That's a crit as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man, it's 39. Even with the shield, that meets my AC. It's so sad.
oh my god!
So Claudia takes.
I guess
Yeah,
I'll have to actually. put
So,
some more
is there anything
damage.
special on its crit? Or just the
There
normal
was nothing
bullshit?
special on the crit, but everyone who was damaged has to deal with life sap.
How does
That's
how
right.
does minus 22 man?
So 72.
Man.
Did Claudia get a? Or needed
Okay.
an extra?
An elixir? I think Chris was going to say maybe they can do it. I can't remember. But it doesn't matter. It's normal fail either way.
I mean, I make them in a pair of
HP,
2.
Oh, so even with the mutagen, that's
have
1 off,
one,
right?
so-
That's a
Oh no
decent-
no! Hang on! But it's prone. So it's minus 2 on all attacks. So actually,
Oh, so it misses me!
this is you.
Oh,
So misses you.
stay prone, silly ghost.
50. Still a crit for me.
Blast up at everyone,
50, so yeah.
and then having rained that upon you, it stands up
Oh,
impetuously.
you fool. I won't let that happen. Maybe I let that happen though.
And thankfully I succeeded, which means it's a critical success on the life sap, right?
Yep.
Because +4.
Yep,
I
yep.
don't think anything.
No, it doesn't matter
happens.
because it's custom.
Yeah.
Oh my god, some of the dice rolls are. Ooh.
Does Claudia end up drained one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And one.
What fun for her?
Lose,
It's like lose HP and everything. I figure out how much.
16 HP basically.
I'm doing maths, Jacker. What level? Easy.
It's a
Yeah,
single
it's,
for
as
two.
it stands up, you swing and a miss.
Yeah, feel that.
But yeah, that is its entire turn. Moon Song.
Concentrate. Let's move a bit closer, otherwise it isn't much of effect. And inspire courage again.
Beautiful. Oh, but you said you weren't going to do it again, you liar.
Yeah,
You
but like I have to
start
move
your
anyway.
You start your turn on the aura, don't you?
Yeah.
I won't forget.
I'll do that. Don't you worry.
Hard to remember, you know. Ooh, we've all entirely 5d6
Okay, yeah.
Minus 10.
There you go,
10,
my turn.
10 HP
Maybe
almost.
there's one real low.
Temp HP gone. There we go.
Bromok trying to do that. Is that aura isn't actually in it, right? I mean, this is roll 20 being problem, but Bromok wouldn't be in an aura coming out, right?
I'm not.
No, I mean that's what I'm also like. Oh, technically, like a tiny part of your square is.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Okay.
No, this is 25 actually, so it's not. Even this
Attack
It's
opportunity.
25. It's
20
25.
feet now.
Oh, 20.
I mean, it starts as 10 and goes 10 out
Okay,
every
yeah.
time I sustain.
Yeah, so you have to be within 20 feet, basically. Sure.
Oh yeah, so technically a verbal only spell does not provoke, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Unless they have disrupting stance, which they don't. But I consider take them.
5d6.
Let's get some low 5d6s.
Yeah, so 8, right?
Mhm.
After the. Okay, oops. 8. Okay, so yeah, I will do True Strike, then attack it.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, here's that.
Don't like that.
God
don't like
damn,
that.
my rolls.
Don't like that.
My rolls are
Yes, okay.
something
We're warming up.
to
We're
be
warming up.
seen right
We're warming
now.
up. We're warming up.
Yeah, we're doing better than
Yep.
she is right now.
And then I will do another of the same thing.
With the flyer, are you okay just like hovering there, or do you need to?
No, you need to use an
actions?
action to keep flying. Actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
So I'll use an action to hover and then attack without it the last time. You're right. Thank you.
That counts as using an action with move, trait,
Huh?
and reach.
You need to check the flying.
God.
If it's like you can use an action to maintain, or you have to move basically. Because if you use an action to maintain, then that.
You can use an action to fly 0 feet to hover in place.
I mean, that's up to you, but I would say like if you're using an action to move 0 feet, I think it's kind of harsh to say that's to use it to move trait, right? Like, oh no, wait, because it said if you didn't use a fly action, it said you can use an action. I guess you're still using a fly action, which has a move trait.
Yeah, I mean, it's the fly action has the move trait, and it's specifically said in that action.
Yeah,
you
you're
can
right.
use.
You're right.
I think like rules is written like it provokes to try and
does, yeah.
hover in place.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I mean, if that's the
Yeah, I'll let you consider if you want to do anything differently, since that's the case.
right.
But you could step, right? No, but that's not the fly.
No, because
Just fall in the goo.
that sounds like a good idea.
How do you even
Thanks,
step?
Chris.
Well, can you even step using the fly speed then?
I have no
I
idea.
don't think so, no.
Interesting.
I think we've had a discussion about stepping.
Step, you can definitely move 10 to 5 feet in like most types of movement. You can't step using speed other than your land speed, yeah. Okay, interesting.
Bastards thought of everything.
So there's no way to avoid an attack opportunity basically this turn. You either move just not fly.
Isn't it technically floating as well? So wouldn't it need to do the same thing?
It's not floating. I mean, it's incorporeally moving and stuff, but it is just settling on
It's
the
incorporeal,
ground
right?
right
So
now.
yeah, it's very different, I guess.
God, I'm fucked then.
I mean,
Because I'm going to get its attack of opportunity every round.
we can delay.
We appreciate your
Leon.
sacrifice. We appreciate your sacrifice.
Yeah. Next one will delay for Leon, so he does it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I do the hover in place.
It's gonna win that one.
Hasn't had
No.
massively impressive attacks so far, except for that.
I mean, so far it's crit me.
It did.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, look at
Crit me
that.
again.
Pretty impressive, Chris.
And
Nice
for a lot.
damage roll. Yeah, nice damage roll.
Yep.
Out of... Okay, so you take 86? Alright. Maybe I give Moonsong the side eyes. Like, I can see why everyone doesn't go in melee.
My final quickened strike against it, though.
Roll against the
Yada,
drained
yada.
condition as well.
No.
Oh,
And the
right.
life stat for the fortitude save.
Good.
Yeah, you're fine.
Nice.
Fine.
Dude, that tackle would be kind of good, though.
I don't know.
Oh
My
God.
rolls.
God.
This sword is fucking cursed. Literally closing roll 20 and reopening it. Fuck it.
Man,
That's
like
Okay,
for
Leon.
Bromok, it feels like for the last 10 levels, all the attacks you're seeing is some variation of 30.
Yeah.
That's always a little below what you need to roll.
yeah. But normally I get like 6 turns, so that 140 matters.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, high AC targets have always been like the bane of Bromok's existence.
As long as it's not ender.
You can move through friendlies,
Why
yeah.
don't you want to?
Friendly.
You also have to fly though.
Yeah. Can I command Claudia to move and then swap?
Like run across each other in the air. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
if you'll
I
allow
think
me.
so.
Okay.
Oh, then you can be
Okay, so
adjacent to
command
it.
an animal.
Okay, yeah.
Allowing me to raise my shield again, yeah, and then well, first I'm gonna move, hopefully, trigger if she has another attack opportunity, probably not. And then
It
I'm
is
gonna
not,
move
no,
here,
it
and
gets
then
to
I'm
be the
gonna move
character.
right here.
Oh, beautiful.
Is there a way for me to be...
Like, look at all these orders.
I don't
over
think so.
there. You're adjacent both of us now. In that square. That's from
Oh yeah, because
square.
Yeah,
Joseph
'cause-
fatter than he looks, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
We're so getting pretty squashed between our ass cheeks.
And then I will... I should have done this first, I'm an idiot. Oh no, wait. I'll give Claudia with her second action, she's gonna do the support action, which I've never used. But if I have to strike that deals damage.
This is pretty good, Leon.
Yeah. And then I will try and Blade of Justice.
Ooh, I love it. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Reroll. Just go for it.
Reroll.
Did you only have a plus 30? You sure that's right?
I think so.
Yeah,
Bromok has
That's-
plus 30.
What? You guys?
It's right.
You guys? What?
Again, we don't get to be legendary.
Oh, Leon! Let's go, Leon.
I mean, my
Blade
spell
of
check roll is
Justice
plus
spines
27.
it. Okay, so let's pick apart this fucking damage. Okay, so it's
So it's a first
32
level,
good damage, we ignore the fire damage, it's another 4 good
I don't
damage.
think it's still doing the fire damage. Leon didn't take it off, right? Or is it?
No, this is from Brilliance.
Is it?
D4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, you have so
So
much.
it's 36 good damage, 2 good damage, 23 positive damage to under. Okay, so good damage. Is it 5
It's a bit of
damage,
justice
5
turns
positive?
everything
Okay, so hang on.
into-
So it's 32 good plus 4 good is 36 good. So it's 36 good, right?
What are the runes that are on yours? Brilliant, holy, and disrupting? Jesus Christ.
So 46 from the good, and then it's 3 positive damage to undead and 5 positive damage, so 8 positive damage.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Jesus Christ.
18 there, and also 5 persistent positive damage.
That's fucking big. Does this this also triggers me
Yeah,
being able
you
to
can't
attack
take
with
a
it?
-5 reaction.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, everyone gets a free attack from this? I thought that was when it was the reaction version.
But this
Yeah,
gives
but
you the benefit of
applies all
using
the
it.
effects of my smites, which is my.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I can do a second attack on
Yeah,
it.
with -5, yeah. Or minus whatever for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, maybe it's always -5 actually. Oh my god.
I think
Yeah,
it's
this is always
-5,
-5.
yeah.
My
Okay, I don't know
gosh.
how to. I'm just gonna say do a normal roll then,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
technically mine's gonna be a special thing anyway.
Man, minus.
God, it just continues, man.
You rolled the same with me, man. Be nice.
And -5 was never gonna.
What do you mean? Like,
That's me.
okay, but it does become flat-footed.
Yeah.
Well, that's true, Claudia.
End of your next turn. I'm like, good work, Leon. Good work out here.
Alright.
Cool,
Back you.
cool.
I'll be right.
Yeah. I'll start raging. Ah! It gained
You
my
took your 5d6, right, Jacko?
Oh, I got to.
No,
No,
he
he didn't.
didn't.
I don't know if you took it. None of this counts.
Shut up. Alright, nice. I don't take any though. Leon can take his. I don't know. I get some temperature. Also heal for 8. Actually heal while in your aura, you motherfucker. Ooh, Leon, nice one. Good stat. Nat 18. Okay, so you'd want action to rage. Fuck. I mean, making it prone, like, it's already flat-footed. I really want to just hit. Sorry, Oh, I aggressive rage, by the way, of course. No, knockdown's still useful. I'd use 2 actions on improve knockdown again.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god, I really can't. Man, maybe I did use my second hero point. I have 1 hero point left. Fuck, that's crazy, right, to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty early, so.
Okay.
I mean, it's not much of this set. It's like spoiler alert, I think. Well, no, because what I'll do if this carries over to the next session, which I think it's a fair chance it will. I'll do what we normally do, which is
It's hero points.
hero
yes,
points are still from the session and they refresh at the start.
Maybe I just say fuck it though. And I do.
Kill it in 10 minutes.
Maybe yeah,
Speed
fuck
up
it.
your turn, boys.
I use a hero point. Fuck it. I'll make a bad decision for
You
once.
guys are gonna kill that
I'll
down.
make a bad. I'll make a bad decision. I'll make a bad decision for once. I don't mind.
First time in life.
Hey,
This
this is a crit, right? With my aggressive when it's flat-footed.
When it's flat-footed, this is a crit.
We're doing this in 10 minutes, boys. We're doing it in 10 minutes.
Look at that. See touch.
Alright, but then the good and the positive damage. I don't know what happens when you crit with. I think when you crit with it becomes enfeebled 1 when you crit with a disrupting rune.
Ooh.
I do have that up.
Is it not?
Yep.
The ghost
The
tap,
undead is also enfeebled 1 until the end of your next turn.
minus
Nice.
that from the good. Yeah, man, you smash it big time,
Yeah, that's what I'm
and
talking
it's an
about.
enfeebled
Kill
one.
it in 10 minutes.
That's what I'm talking about. And it becomes prone. And then sure, I did do a -10, the quickened -10 against it. Hey, you know what? I'll get that nat 4 out the way. That's my turn.
I just find enfeebled on here real quick.
Acid can just go. Gotta get it done in 10 minutes. Easy.
Here's the second phase of this fight. This is full Elden Ring.
What do you mean? It didn't say it in the notes.
Right, but that's the whole like have you seen layer actions that we were told about?
Cool.
We weren't talking about that. I mean,
Not about layer actions.
And again, there's a whole half a map above us that's in blackness.
Shit, that's actually a
shut up! Shut up! We don't know that.
Fuck he's running.
So
We're killing this.
Cool, yeah.
I
That's
mean,
like
we
what's
are.
yeah, I didn't took like the sustained flight action last turn. Do I fall to the ground and take?
No, we didn't know about it, right?
Yeah, somehow it just worked. But
Somehow it
wait,
just worked.
I mean, it landed.
oh wait, no, wait, didn't last time you fly up to throw stuff, or?
No, I was hovering there and then I quick crafting to add additive and then double through.
You know,
Alright, sure.
I started combining this square.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Just remember to fly this turn.
I'll land on top of this thing over here. And that's gonna be settled for
Did
now.
it not get blown completely over?
No,
That's
it's
good.
fine. Masculine does negative damage. Objects can take it.
It didn't even go that line.
Well, that's
I'll
true.
land there
True.
and do uno.
No.
Tackle también.
Dos.
Oh. with the flat-footed and the status
That's
bonus, I think that's a normal.
And this is even a first. This would be a.
That's a normal
right?
miss, yeah.
Oh, then it hits.
Make
nice.
it
Wait.
hit.
You can make one of them hit, so that one hits.
No, that's the second one. Yeah, I can't.
Second one hits for well, it's the same damage anyway.
It is.
24 positive damage, so
forgot
that's actually
to.
34. It's actually positive splash as well,
Yeah.
so 42.
Nice, nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
That.
it's enfeebled 2 until the start of my next turn.
Oh, it's
And
enfeebled 3
field
total.
2. That's not how that works.
What?
No, it's 12, obviously.
Definitely adds.
Okay. That was your turn, Asic.
Yes.
Nice.
Now,
Bitch, I dare you.
I swear I didn't know you guys were going to get all big before I planned this out, so.
Oh no.
Sorry, this is hilarious. Maybe Beck just kills it as it retreats here.
Oh, yeah.
It flies.
It's prone though. You can't move while you're used.
Can you cannot move at all with the fly.
You can
with a
crawl,
fly
but you can't if you're prone. I think it's like the only move action you take is stand
And
up.
go scroll.
A prone's only option is to crawl. Or, wait, I'm double checking it, but
Yeah.
It's out of balance.
But I think you can't. The only move action you can do while prone are crawl and stand. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So it stands up.
Murdered.
That's
Mother-
not
Let's
bad.
go, Beck. Let's go.
Ah! Okay, so that hits for this flat-footed, right?
Yeah.
All right, pretty decent damage.
Yeah. That. And that. Yeah, good damage. And then as it moves away again.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not done with you yet. Oh, now that one is a 43, right? So that's a miss.
Yeah.
Man, maybe if only I had another hero point to use. That I needed to knock him down. Okay.
It goes straight
Yeah.
to
Flies back through the pair of double doors.
Okay.
And they're closed.
Disappears. They
They're
are
closed,
closed,
yeah.
yes.
Fuck's sake.
Or we still-
Moon Song.
Okay.
We're still initiative, yes.
Yeah. Get that door down! What's the
I
four?
think I want to delay until someone opens the door and shit.
Yeah, I look pretty like I'm sprinting at it if anybody wants to wait for that. But
Yeah.
if Leo wants to do it first or something.
Yeah, because I'm not flying and opening the door. You guys can do that. I'm delaying.
There you go, playing.
Here's the question: how does delay work when you're flying?
I don't think it would immediately make you fall.
Yeah, it seems it's a weird edge case, but it would seem too mean.
Every flying creature
It would
can't
seem
delay.
to- I
Within
think-
the round, you have to
I
take
think
the
you
action
can.
or
I think
fall.
you can delay while flying. Even I think it might not even be rules as written, but I think it's allowed.
It would,
Cool.
it would be so strange.
I do the same.
Okay. You also delay.
Oh wait, do we still take its aura damage?
No.
Sweet.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's behind the thing.
I'm not raging. Do the doors have handles? They do?
They do, yes.
I will move. But I have weapon.
Shield.
on. Well, but shields I can still manipulate, I think. Alright.
Man, force open doesn't even
It's
require a free
right.
hand, Leon. Why try to open door when you can use force open that doesn't require a free hand?
Sure, I can force open while still leaving some space if I feel, right? So yeah, well.
You can move out the
Well,
fucking way or you're getting battered.
Oh yeah, you have to take like the leap action to get there first without standing in. I know you can fly, right? Of course you can.
Fly.
Just
Yeah.
fly over there. Yeah, that's fine. And you want to try and force it open? Okay.
Yeah, so that's athletics, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's athletics. Yeah.
Only trains. So.
Oh my god, get
Oh
out of
my
the
God.
fucking way, Leon.
Get out of the way!
Get out of the way! Get out of the way!
The doors. I mean, it's not like they're not like that tough, but they do remain closed to that. They're tougher than that.
Alright, and
let's
then...
move.
Get out of the fucking...
I think if you don't give
Double
Claudia some
shame.
movement, she's gonna fall in the goo.
But she gets one movement for free, right? From being a...
No, she can only use that to stride, I think. So
Oh, okay.
Take to battle. And one can immediately stride, so you can't leap if
Okay,
you
yeah.
stride. No. Interactions. Okay, I'll get out of the way.
Thank you.
But don't you have to use an action for Cordia there?
Oh yeah, fuck.
Sure, he can break cover movement like this. You know, you move, try to open a door, can use remainder of the movement, right? Like if you open the door, you can move through it, right? There's a remaining when you like use interact to open the door.
Yeah, but since he failed, you know, it's kind of
embarrassing.
Alright, well that's my turn, I guess. I can't do
Alright,
that.
I'm like jumping at the door, as in if I don't open it, me or Leon are either going in the water. Like in some way, there's not going to end up with enough room for all three of us on here.
Okay.
You know?
Oh no!
I just like jump at the door.
That's it.
Yeah, just like smash into it like I was first. If only I still had one of my 51, baby.
You smash the door down,
It's like,
Oh no!
revealing a tight network of 10-foot wide tunnels.
oh my
Beyond.
god. I just started screaming and running through it, so it's just basically difficult terrain, right, for me.
Yeah, it's squeezing.
I can
In fact,
continue
what I'm
back.
going to do is I'm just going to, even though you are still huge, I'm just going to make you large for the purposes of squeezing, because otherwise it has like dynamic lighting implications.
Yeah. Make all of
Okay.
us that, because
So that's 2 actions to
Yeah,
get there.
well,
and go- It's 2 actions to get there and go through it. Okay, so I use 1 more action to
No,
start.
okay, you use like leap action, the
Yeah,
force
technically I
open.
would do like quick long jump, whatever, like cloud jump, all that shit.
Yeah, but that's still an action, then force open action. So then,
Yeah.
you got to kind of use movement to keep going through it, basically.
Yeah, but I still have like 1 action, right? Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm here with 1 action, right? Yeah. What else with doors? Okay, yeah. So it's difficult to range for this like small for me, right? Yeah.
Squeezing, yeah.
So then I did cast Fleet Scepter, which gave me an
Plus
extra
30.
30, and then I normally have
30.
35 actually. So normally I would have 65. So now I still have 30. Okay.
Is that with the -5 on your armor?
Yeah, I also cast Long Stride on myself every day. Oh no, but Long Stride hopefully doesn't stack, right, with the other one. Yeah, that's true. So I'm probably actually at 55, so I have 25 movement. So 20, so 5, so I did run up here. I'm like, there's a damn maze! I don't know if it's actually a maze, but you know, it's more than...
Yeah.
There's 2 options, that's a maze for Beck.
So I'm re-entering now.
Yeah, same. Re-entering after back.
Yeah, I was gonna go after you this time.
Oh. Let's wrap out this turn of initiative.
Yeah, we were so close.
Crazy. So close.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be healing it out in the back, you motherfucker. That's why it's... I haven't looked at that many
Should have moved
turns.
close to you guys. Should have nuked it.
that many turns. Did you use
Should
one
have
turn?
given you defense.
That 1 turn now?
Okay, concentrate on that.
Man, I use my free
Ryan,
by the way, because
10 more
I'm
movement.
angry at WoW.
10 more movement. Shit, I still have an action at this point. Do I want to scout ahead?
Do we got to be so ready to level up next session, device? It's a mid-section.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's when your
again,
resource formulas come in.
Maybe I can't actually even.
Maybe we don't.
Oh, but this is maybe relevant, but technically, when did you crit it? Beck?
Why?
Because technically, don't you disrupt when you crit?
No,
their action?
not move actions, only casting spells. There's a different thing to misrupt. There's a different thing to misrupt movement.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll move up to here. Multiple paths!
Maybe I should get that though. I always think maybe.
Yeah, this is my turn.
That's your turn? Cool. Bromok.
Actually, I can be here on this side.
Oh boy. Check something quickly.
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, oh, man, this seems mean, but like, I don't think like this is like it screwed the delay. I think it kind of screws you guys anyway. I'm not gonna let you guys huge people squeeze past each other in the tunnels. Like that's like the fact that you're squeezing, I think, is already going to be implicit of like amount of space there. I think it's kind of not right that 2 huge creatures can squeeze past each other in that space.
So yeah, do you want to make it smaller then to help get in there? Because I'm definitely going to be going at least one movement into it.
Sure, I'll shrink you to the correct size for squeezing around in there. Right, the cop doesn't scraping of like weapons.
Can I in that case?
Is this a dead end
maybe
here,
rethink
then?
my movement a little bit though.
Yeah. Where do you want to move, Moonsol?
Because like,
Just behind
moving through back is like difficult terrain, right?
Yeah, no, it's free
nothing,
for you.
nothing,
It's free for you.
Okay, it's free for me, right?
How
'Cause
high
I have
are
a lot
you?
of movement speed. I can just like scout ahead then, like because you guys are
Yeah, that's
stuck
true.
in
That's
the
true. You can
fucking
tell us
line.
which way to go, right? and everything, yeah.
And I was like here. This is 35. I still have 20 feet of movement after this. Should I go? I'm gonna go up. Yeah.
Moon's all such a hero. Stunning.
Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, that's my turn then.
Yeah, so I'll go to there, and then...
So you can see a big sandy chamber around here.
Big sandy chamber. Okay. Yeah, I see. There's a big sandy chamber up ahead.
I mean, at this point... third compartment is lined with plush velvet and contains berry tart. So it'd be one action to pull from the third pouch, one interact action to eat. A tart.
If it's just a backpack pouch, it's probably 2 actions to get it out. I don't know how the specific item is described, but like typically getting something out of your backpack is 2 actions. Like 1 action is for drawing something
Yeah,
from your
that's
belt.
true.
Again, it's a weird thing because it's not a normal backpack. There's like a specific compartment that just has these things in it. So it's like that.
If it doesn't specifically say it's like one interact action to draw from it, then it'll be the standard.
Yeah, it basically just says a creature can unwrap and eat 1 tart with an interact action.
Yeah, no, to get it out of the bag would be 2 actions still. It's still like get the bag off and like go fishing. Basically, it's
Okay. In that case, then I guess I'll go with the moderate elixir of life at my belt and drink it as an interact for 2 actions.
Why do you have only a moderate?
I don't know why.
I'm giving out majors for a while now.
Oh, you are? Okay, then I would definitely have a major.
Yeah, every morning. You know,
What is the healing on major?
69.
6. Okay.
Yeah, because it's maximized or whatever through the.
No, but just straight 6d. Wait.
No,
69.
69.
No, just I just heal 69. Oh.
69.
But it's 69.
Yeah, it's maximized by the.
Man, there's a joke somewhere in here, man. I'm finding it. It's like, what's your favorite sex position? It's like a 3d6 or something. Like, there's one in there somewhere, but I can't get it.
Time for brawl. Asic.
There's one in there.
I do 2 actions to move behind Brom. And then do a little battlefield medicine to top him up.
Nice. Look at you right there, Leon.
Leon, you're not coming in for a while. I'm sorry.
No,
Wait,
I need to arrange.
How high is it in there, out of interest?
10 as well. It's 10 by 10. It's like a square tunnel.
It's tiny.
You guys are squishing.
Or I don't top him up.
Man, Brom could also dimension.
As can you move 1 up? Is that possible?
Be able to see though.
And yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I have like 10.
It's like I can dimension door in front of you, but
But not very far. Yeah.
Yes, there is no medicine success.
No medicine
Nope.
success. Sadness.
and I'm still immune, right? So I can't be mad at Bill. Oh shit.
Correct.
Brutal.
Then yeah, let us
End here.
end here.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's back onto the world map.
What? I'm gonna forget all that. Put me on that because I can.
And yeah, you guys are striving to defeat this. You guys fucking burst it pretty hard that last time.
I could have chucked 2 damaging spells and I would have died probably instead of Divine Aura.
You should have done that then, man.
Fucking.
Should have done that.
I pushed a couple of phases at once in one turn. But anyway, we'll see what happens next time when we return.
Next time on.
Do we level if we win?
Yeah, you guys are gonna definitely level after.
Level
Either
mid-session
level
or
or
level
make
after
new
session?
Yeah, be ready to level mid-session.
Okay, cool.
Make us an update.
I'm-
Duplicate our character sheet so we can already change it, and then we can delete the old one immediately.
That's
It's like,
crazy.
we've got
Too much effort.
No,
that
it's
shit.
like quick duplicate. And then I but like, I got to add all the feeds. I'm like,
Oh, dude.
how can I be ready to level if I don't have a character?